Yay!
Okay.
Thank God.
In the words
Yes,
of
Can I roll again now?
one Mr. the Despoiler, we are returned.
For some reason, my headphones still
Awesome.
sound robotic and like tin cans, but I can understand you all. So,
You don't sound that
Okay.
way over the stream or over our headphones, so we'll just deal with it and figure that part out later.
Vincent, I believe you woke up first, yes?
Oh, is that what the D6 rolls were?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I got a bonus
Yes,
gummy
sorry,
bear
I was
stuck
just
to the
triple
lid.
checking. Yes, I was the first one to wake up.
Okay. So as you wake up in the morning, you know, sunshine streaming through your windows, big stretch. You know, you go over to wash your face off from a night of really good, exhausted, partied out, drunken sleep, only to notice the red in your hair has turned white. Otherwise, no other maladies that you can recognize. Tell me what you do with your morning. Up until the point
First,
that
I'm
you go
gonna-
down for breakfast.
Gonna situate myself, get dressed, and as I'm looking in the mirror, I'm gonna look at the hilt of my blade and just think on that for a second. And I'm
Are
just
you
gonna
trying
move
to
on.
connect?
No, I'm just kind of like connecting the dots, yes, but not nothing else. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna head downstairs.
Doc, you wake up in the morning. You forgot to close your curtains. Your head is pounding. You had a wild night. You look over at your nightstand, and there are a couple of bottles of mead over there. And this is not the for patrons stuff. This is from the private stash, and you are feeling it. What do you do with your morning?
Oh man. Doc is, kind of just wakes up, just a hand over his eyes. As he's getting dressed, he's just not really feeling it today. He's just, oh God, why so much? Putting his clothes on, and I need eggs. Oh, eggs. I need eggs. Just open my door and trudge along downstairs and sit at the bar and eggs. I need two eggs and some sort of meats. Good meat, but two. Ugh. And coffee, black. Yes. And meat.
Hair of the dog there?
Oh, I mean, it's the way you cure, I think
All
that's
that
how
ails
that
you.
works. With an ale.
Zipporah wakes up in her room and she's feeling rough. She thinks to herself, man, I got a mighty bad headache. Did I overdo it last night? I'm so oh no. And Zipporah is going to cast Sending. She's just gonna cast Sending to Drizzt, who she assumes is awake, and go, hey buddy. I only have so many words. I'm sick. You guys are gonna have to bring me tea, garlic, something. Oh my god, do we have a healer? I'm gonna go to bed. And that is all you hear. Hello, Spooky Beans.
I was gonna say, I think sending is 14 words or 24.
I think it's 24.
I'm pretty sure that
That was over the limit.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's multiple sendings. It's a run-on sentence in sending.
You just keep hearing breaks. But
Huh?
she communicates with you in some fashion that she feels like hot garbage. You will not be seeing her today, and to please bring
Like
her
the old
things.
telegram services.
Yeah.
We'll
Alright,
say that there's
as I head-
a pipe connected through the rooms to the back of the bar. You were saying, Vincent?
So as I get to the bar and let them know, I'm assuming Alara is working the bar right now.
Yes, Alara is working the bar, and Dark Glass is serving up breakfasts.
All right. So I'm gonna tell Alara, like, hey, can you make sure we get some stuff to Zipporah's room? Make sure she's okay. She's not feeling great, and just let her know that it's a good thing because Evil called in sick today too, so we don't have to worry as much.
Cookies to my
it's
bones.
a
What are you
bit-
doing?
It's a vacation day. Oh, thank God.
Those
we
are-
need one
are
of
my
those.
Dice. I need those. You can't.
Spooky.
You can't have those. I'm gonna put them over here. How's that sound?
Yes, dice are
Sound
not
good?
edible, buddy.
How's that sound?
I mean,
Oh my goodness.
kitty.
I'm gonna move those
Brother.
ones too, because I feel like you'll try to eat those. You can
She
have the
has.
big ones.
She
It's
has
fine.
tried.
You can try.
She's.
To take the
Oh
big
my god! I
ones.
thought you were gonna say she ate your dice. That's
No,
not good.
she's
Tried.
tried. Imre,
Ugh.
you wake up to the sound of on your bedroom window. And you think to yourself, I'm not on the ground floor.
I'm gonna roll over in my bed, kind of like groaning, and go to the window. Is there like a curtain in front of the window?
You
or...
remembered to close your curtains, yes.
Okay, all right.
Ah.
And open up the curtain to like peek out.
As you open the curtain to peek out, excuse you, I'm taking away all the dice. You can't have those. You see a tiny hawk with a little bitty cap,
Oh,
clutching a scroll.
so cute. Okay, I'm gonna just
The
open
kids
the
speak.
window however it opens. I don't know. And I guess I'll go ahead and
British style, it
collect the
opens
little
6 ways.
scroll.
And he just
Right?
kind of,
I'll collect the little scroll. I do not want to expend a spell slot for something that's not. Oh my god. Do I want to? No, I'm not gonna do
I
it.
think Speak with Animals is a cantrip.
No, not for me. It's a spell. I don't have it as a cantrip.
they haven't
Which
taken
is sad.
fluid levels yet.
Oh
Mm.
no.
What
If-
are you doing, you
I don't know.
psycho?
So I'll go ahead and take that. And then is there anything around my room like maybe like some leftover treats? Something that I could give to the hawk?
Yeah, you did actually say in session 2 that you did bring the tray of snacks and assorted like
Oh my
nuts
god,
and dried fruits with you.
that's
I
right.
remember
I
that.
did. I don't remember that. Okay.
Bunch of looters
I've-
here.
I'm gonna take a handful of probably these like day-old nuts. Just like leave them on the windowsill for the hawk.
He
You can
seems
actually,
happy.
real quick, you can use Speak with Animals as a ritual spell.
Can? Hold on. Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, rituals don't expend spell slots, right? You just got to do
Yes.
Correct.
You just got to do the
Oh.
thing for 10 minutes.
What
You just
the-
gotta go,
hum,
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 hum.
What are you doing?
Oh, cute. So it does not extend a spell slot?
Correct. You're spending
It
10
also
minutes
doesn't
to
expend
Oh.
Yeah, so you're in essence you're
Oh.
taking the time and effort to do it rather than cast it on the spot.
Okay.
Tiny terror, do you know that?
Well, I
Yes,
feel like
are.
there's no point at this point. So I'm not gonna do that just yet. Sorry,
Oh.
Hockey.
He just kind of looks at you again and just and just
Ah!
happily just
She just kind of like.
As all of the nuts and seeds and dried fruits fall off the
Just
windowsill.
like, oh. Like, me too.
And he takes off.
All right, cool. I'm gonna undo the scroll so I can read it.
You undo it, and as you are unraveling it, you notice a characteristic pink ribbon is what it's been tied together with. And as you...
Aw.
Oh my god, my cat. As you open up this scroll... Are you gonna jump down, or are you gonna show the whole stream your butthole, kid? Go on. As you unravel it, you recognize a familiar handwriting as well. The scroll says, "My dearest Imre, my Pirael. I loved getting your letter, and I am so happy to hear that you are safe in Baldur's Gate. That is exactly where I would want you to be. I hope that you may be protected by these mighty walls and the mighty people of Baldur's Gate. Baldurians are among the most courteous, strong, and helpful in all the world. I hope you're not too worried about us. Balthazar is taking wonderful care of us, as are the rest of the monks in the friary. We are doing so well here, and they are teaching us so much. Don't hesitate to write again, but don't write too much. I don't want you to be not safe. Until then, be so safe, my little Pirael. Love, Mom."
Oh. Stop. That's so cute. Okay, she's
You
gonna
know,
like...
though, in your language, Pirael means my blessed little archer.
Oh, shut up. That's so cute. Okay.
It's a letter from Mom. What did you want? I wasn't gonna give you something horrifying. Yet.
That's so cute. Oh God, please don't. I don't think I can handle that. Oh no.
Oh,
You
he's
good,
back.
Stu?
Yeah, this is really weird.
That sound is like a jump scare.
Packet loss is a bitch.
Yeah,
I know where
I mean,
you
it
live.
shows
I will
that.
come over and fix your internet. That is a threat. Oh, no, I'm not focused. You gave it to me.
It's literally hopping by everybody. Vince is gonna get it.
I'm
There
good.
we go. I was like, if I put both my
Bear
hands
down.
around my face, maybe it'll focus up. Okay.
Okay. Imre is going to roll it back up and then stick it in like a little pouch that she has like in her armor and keep it close to her. She's really happy she heard from her mama. Great way to start the day.
All right. What do you do?
And then
with the
we'll
rest
head
of your
downstairs.
morning? Going downstairs? Okay. Once you have all gathered up at the bar top, Alara is in good spirits this morning. She is seemingly not hungover like the rest of you. It is a little bit miraculous because she was throwing them back. She was going toe for toe with the rest of you, including Gerard, and she is just magically unscathed looking. Hair just perfect, seemingly with its own wind blowing in the breeze, just like handling. She comes out, Doc, with a platter of meat and eggs and potatoes. She says, though, "Doc, no more meat for you. No, you can have an ale for breakfast. You're cut off. You put a dent in my supply." Decimated is, in fact, the word I would use. In fact, I think almost precisely 10% of my good shit ended up in your gullet. You better not have thrown a drop of that up, you wasteful son of a... I'm going overboard. Eat your breakfast.
Again, loud noises.
And before you know it, Dark Glass is up at your side. What? I'm sorry. What was that? Loud noises? What do you mean, buddy? And he just...
I find some salt, pepper, and season and start eating as much as I can to get in my stomach to pad the terrible amount of liquor
Freddy comes
I've ingested.
over with a bottle in his little dragon maw, and he kind of like clambers across the table and just like with his little dragon teethers.
Oh, buddy. Oh, God.
Freddy's hot sauce is some of the hottest in the realm. Aurora swears she should bottle and sell it. We still have no idea what it's made from. Alara, in the meantime, is like, well, you two look better than others.
Let's make some wake-up juice.
Zippy's sick this morning. I have already sent her over tea and big breakfast porridge with healing herbs in it. She should be right as rain in a couple days. I don't know. She sounded really gross. I'm not going in there again. I'm making the dragon take the food over there. What can I get for you?
I'll just have some bacon and eggs too, please. Thanks.
Sure. What kind of bacon?
Whatever bacon. Surprise me.
All right. You, orc boy?
What? What?
She calls him
The
orc
visceral
boy on
urge to just
occasion because when he is exhausted, he likes to sit at the counter, fists under his chin, with his little tuskers. Just kind of hanging out because he's too tired to keep him in.
I was gonna say, Imre thought you meant like orc, as in like orc bacon, so she was like, well, it's what, huh?
Oh God, no! We don't cook people.
Yeah, that's she's
unless
like,
they deserve it.
a what now? Oh, a what?
The urge to just order hardtack as a joke.
She's got it.
I know. Just my usual is plenty fine. I don't need much, just a couple eggs and a couple links of sausage is more than plenty. And bread. I need bread.
Yeah, I thought you'd say bread. Aurora, get the cinnamon bread and little one here. So she doesn't care what kind of bacon. Do we still have rothe? Yeah, get her rothe bacon and the biggest eggs we got. Okay, maybe not that big. No. I really don't think that's necessary. That is Aurora! And she goes running back to the kitchen, concerned for the state of your eggs.
You're gonna get an ostrich egg or something? That's massive.
Oh, well, in this
I
realm,
know.
there are
Vulture eggs
things
are
much
pretty good.
larger than ostriches that lay eggs, buddy.
I know. I'm just saying, you know.
Owlbear,
Still
for
a
instance.
big-
You
Owlbear
have
egg.
you ever had
Good old owlbear eggs.
vultures? Pretty good.
If you're really, really unlucky, you might end up with chimera egg.
Yeah, let's.
You don't
let's
know if
go.
it's steak, you don't know if it's chicken.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Remember, the chickeny part's the tail.
correct.
He's just plowing.
I don't know why
plowing
that. I
through
don't know why that's
as
so
much as he
funny.
can.
I can't take credit for it. I cannot. I wish I could. I wish I could.
I can't. I don't know why that's so funny.
Doc,
Oh my
Doc
God.
pulls out his Rolodex and just starts kind of thumbing through his list of contacts and just kind of going through it real quick.
Well, let's see. What are you looking for?
Oh, just looking through some of this is Dad's Rolodex. Just kind of thumbing through Dad's Rolodex and see if any names ring a bell and.
Oh, there's plenty in here that ring a bell. Most of them are local merchants. Many of them are still, the The cat's turked up on my hoodies, chin scritching my makeup brushes. I just have to let her. They're
Aw.
clean. It's fine. They're the clean ones. There are plenty
trying
of
to look
names that you
pretty.
recognize, and many of them are actually still your very, very good clients. You know, you even have contacts in there for the Iron Hand gnomes that work at the foundry. They help you out from time to time. There's obviously the Forge of the Nine, which is kind of your exotic weapons and metals, to things down to the Bone Cloaks, who run a shop that's more of an apothecary. Plenty of rare herbs from different parts of the region. But you also
I think
have simple craft,
I
too.
think I'm more. I think I'm more also kind of seeing if anything pops, like that really like stands out, like that I would have no clue or even any sort of recollection of me seeing Dad with like a name that pops up or a group that pops up in his Rolodex.
Well, as far as odd ones, there is a group that you were not allowed to meet that he did do quite a bit of work with and for, and that is the Society of Brilliance. You never met them, but the name sticks out as one that was odd, and you always were kind of curious about what they did. You know, as you go through, there is also... trying to think of ones that you wouldn't have necessarily, like, you'd have been really excited about or outright wouldn't recognize. You scroll through, you see one simply labeled the Rashomon. There is another simply labeled Infernal Wares, which you recognize as a name that Drizzt actually said the other day. That's the Devil's Fee. Otherwise, yeah, most of these either, like, you passingly recognize or just don't stick out enough to really be like, that seems like a problematic thing.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, I just kind of, you know, as I'm
Alright.
finishing up my food, I close up the Rolodex and I turn to Drizzt. Rough night there. What happened to your hair?
No, I'm just really, really tired, and I don't know.
Yeah,
Figure
it's
that out.
yeah, it's kind of a look. Yeah.
What's wrong with white hair? Like Imre kind of just touches her
Well,
own
remember,
hair.
my hair's not all white because it's mostly black and there's streaks of red and purple in it. So the red parts are now white.
The purple
Oh,
and the
she
black
knows,
remain.
but she's not good with
Yeah.
people, remember?
Oh yeah,
So
that's fair.
she doesn't know social cues very well. So
As you're all talking about hair, Dark Class comes up in between you and goes, "You know, I know a great stylist." And he just
I'm
kind of
well
lets it
aware I
hang
know
for
you
a
do.
minute
Uh,
before.
Also, is he wearing boots of speed?
Yeah, you look down, and not only is he already just ungodly quick, he is wearing boots of speed, as well as a fair bit of kit that someone working in a tavern really kind of has no right to use. You assume all of it is a bit. Having known him now for
Okay.
years, and a bit that Ilara is not willing to step in on. It's not worth the argument of why it is not necessary.
Okay. Well,
assume everyone slept okay, minus the throbbing headache that I have.
Oh yeah, Stu, roll a constitution check for me.
Oh, great. Thanks. Well, that will be 16.
16? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
feeling okay, yeah, especially after the breakfast. Your tum-tum's a little upset, but overall you're not too bad. Just a little belly bloat.
It's got all
going
nice
on.
of breads and meats in there, kind of percolating with the soaking up the copious amounts of mead.
Yeah, Elminster does tend to make a strong brew, and this is one of the few places down south that you can actually get a hold of it.
I take my coffee and put some of the hot sauce in there.
Ew.
As you do this, the doors of the keep bang open, and in comes running Gerard. As he runs in, clearly hung over, but still dazzling nonetheless in his usual finery, despite the sumptuary laws. He cannot be bothered to listen to absolutely anyone. He slams the doors open as best as he can, and goes, You guys! They stole the hands!
What?
Whose
Come
hands?
again?
They stole the hands. They took the hands of the beloved ranger, and they took them off of Balderan Looks Out at the Sea, and I don't know how many more sets of hands are gone. They took the hand. The beloved ranger needs his hands.
Rangers can't shoot without their hands.
Okay, 1, that ranger does not use his hands for shooting. Number 1. Number 2,
Listen.
that ranger, from my knowledge of history, that ranger has hands, and he needs his hands back.
Wait. So let me get this straight. They stole a massive set of hands.
They stole
Off
a
of
massive set of hands.
at
They
least-
stole a less massive set of hands. They stole 6 sets of regular size hands. They stole a set of hands from the bitch queen. I don't even want to get into it.
Oh no!
But they took the
I-
ranger's
I-
hands.
Okay,
I
Don't get me wrong,
drink
that
more
one-
of my
that
coffee.
that one's really important. That one's really important. They stole the hands from the statue of Umberly.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't really want to
God
get
or no
involved
God?
in that one. She's gonna drag me
God
out
or
to
no
sea and
God?
make fish meat of me.
she's mean. Yeah. I mean, oh yeah. Okay, that one's important. That one's very important. That one's very, very important. God or no God, she's mean. She's very mean. Oh God.
Who would steal hands? This
I
makes
don't
no
know.
sense. Does that
Pack your food up. We gotta go.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
And he
gonna
just
grab
starts
the last
running
of
towards the
bread.
door. Come on.
Yeah, I'm
look,
grabbing the last.
can
last
I
of my
get
bread
a,
and just-
Did I
Okay.
even get my food?
Aurora tosses to you a little like wrapped parcel that smells delightful. And
Mm,
Stu,
go catch
Aurora
that.
throws an empty parcel at you. It connects with your head. You take no damage, but you think you have a paper cut?
Sucks to suck.
I leave 5 gold on the table. I will see you later.
Freddy
pretty
comes
sure that
over and
breakfast was 10.
immediately collects the gold.
Yes.
I just lean over
Makes him-
at Doc. I'm pretty sure the breakfast was 10.
No, it's never that
I'll
much.
front. Imre will put the other 5 down.
We have a
I'm
I'm
just
problem.
gonna
gold
bat
for
your hand.
breakfast.
I'm gonna
No,
bat your hand away,
Sir.
I dropped it
You
on
are-
the
She's
like, "Oh."
drop.
sir, you are drunk. You're drunk for sure.
All right, so let's get going. After you find the caltrop.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can get going. I'm gonna search for it with my feet.
I
won't put
I cinch
pressure on him
myself
this
up
time.
and
We'll start heading towards the statue of the beloved ranger first and foremost, because that's kind of the most important one.
I will say yes, you do head that way, and it doesn't take you too terribly. Ah, there it is. Ugh. Well, I also lost this with it, which is really hard to find.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clear.
So you guys start heading towards the statue of the beloved Ranger, which is in the middle of the wide. The beloved Ranger in the middle of the
The
ride.
wager.
what
The
Wayne
wager with the
Wanger?
wager. The wager, the wascally wager.
And
Sorry.
on your way up there, there is just people on people. You have not seen it this crowded since this music is gonna drive me crazy. This is not the music for this. This is the most people that you have seen in a while, certainly since Abdel Adrian died. In fact, today is supposed to be his funeral. And this certainly seems like no coincidence.
Are we aware of the fact that it's supposed to be his funeral today?
Yes, very aware.
Oh, okay. Where
I'm
is
sure
that
that
supposed to
I'm
be?
sure there's like notices out and
You were actually
By hall, I'm
invited
assuming?
directly, though not necessarily.
Ooh.
It's expected that you be there. And it is at the High Hall of Wonders.
Thought so.
Okay, let's see here. Try this.
Wait, the High Hall or the Hall of Wonders?
Blurry again.
I believe it's called the High Hall of Wonders in the Upper City, not the High Hall, the government building. The High
Okay,
Hall
that's
of
just the Hall of
Wonders
Wonders.
in the Upper City.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was just the Hall of Wonders, but fine.
Oh, Hall of Wonders.
hey.
But yes, it is probably about 8 bells right now. You guys are fairly early risers, tossing and turning in your sleep because you're not feeling well, almost as if you knew something was wrong. As you make your way up to the statue of the beloved ranger, people flanking every single side of you, but letting you through nonetheless, as you are the heroes of the wide, the keepers of the keep, guardians of the keep, one of those.
Guardian McGuardian face.
Yeah, Keepy McKeep faces.
Order of the keep.
Order of the Keep. Thank you. That was going to drive me absolutely insane. You are now officially the Order of the Keep. So they let you through happily. And as you get up towards the Basilisk Gate, you notice flaming fists closing into either side of you, not in any menacing way, in a way as if they are falling into rank. They are following your step, and Older Raven Guard is not far behind them. As you cross over into the upper city side, the Watch also falls in, seemingly following your lead. And in short order, you arrive at the statue of the beloved ranger, whose hands are in fact missing.
How big is the statue for context?
Picture like a really large dude size. Like the man himself is almost 7 feet, and he's on a solid like 4-foot pedestal. This is a rather large piece. It's meant to be seen from anywhere you are in the wide. It is not only in honor and in reverence of Minsk of Rashomon, beloved ranger. It is also meant to be a landmark.
And is it like made out of stone or bronze or a
His pedestal's made out of stone. Odd choice, he seems to be made out of petrified wood. So he's stone, but he's not stone.
Real quick,
Yes.
2 things. One, I remember specifically that in his hands, it's not just his hands, but he's also holding Boo in his hands, isn't he?
Correct. He is holding his noble steed, Boo, the miniature giant space hamster, who is
They
also
stole Boo!
a hero.
So Boo is
realm.
gone?
Boo and Minsk's hands are gone.
Boo! No! Okay. No.
The other thing is, does my character, am I aware of the legends surrounding it, the statue?
Yes, I would say you very much are.
Okay.
Well, but yeah, I mean, I'm being from there. I imagine we both are very well versed in the lore of.
You
Even
know the
Well-
lore
even
of
to,
Minsk, beloved ranger, but you are not aware of the specific lore that Drizzt is asking about. This is something a little bit more magical.
Okay, I was gonna
Well-
say even though I'm not from Baldur's Gate, but like I'm a ranger, what I know like about Minsk and the beloved ranger.
Yes, all rangers
Okay.
and people all over the lands know exactly who Minsk is. He is not just a hero of Baldur's Gate, he is a hero of the Forgotten Realms and has saved them many times over, and is an ally to all peoples who wish to do good.
Okay, cool.
Well, I start investigating to see if I can pick out any sort of odd, you know, anything magical for the cut, or if it looks like it was just sawn off. Like I'd kind of do a deep dive. I put my investigative hat on and see what I can find out.
All
Alright.
gonna do the same. Before I do, I'm going to pull Doc aside, and Imre, you of course as well. Before we start
Okay.
investigating. Do the three of you, or the two of you, are you aware of the legend around this statue specifically?
Well, I mean, I know it was erected as a tribute to the doings and great deeds of Minsk.
All rangers know about Minsk.
Well, yes. Here's the thing.
But
That statue's not a statue. If everything I've ever read is true, which
what do
unfortunately
you mean?
I was a kid reading
No.
these, and those books are burned to a crisp now. But that statue was not a statue. That statue was Minsk turned to stone to watch over the city. And ever vigil. An everlasting vigil.
What?
So
You also remember, Drizzt and Doc, there is a children's tale that suggests that Balduran looks out at the sea may also be a similar situation. Many believe he may in fact be an artifact of Balduran himself, as the statue is said to move and change positions with fairly reliable frequency.
so before you go poking and prodding, as that statue now, my arcane knowledge, everything I know about that doesn't extend as far as this. It is in terms of magical creatures and how to kill them, not magical things that have happened to a person. Still, let's not poke and prod physically.
Oh no. I'm
Just saying.
So what
With-
you're
with-
saying is someone took his like actual hands off?
Possibly.
Oh,
Again, it's just
oh.
could be chalked up to a children's story, but I'd rather not take the risk. Really rather not take the risk.
Yeah, you want
Let's-
if the tales are true as you suggest, that if he were to magically reappear, he would be handless, and that would be terrifying and not
No.
great.
No. No. So we need to we need to find those hands, and we need to be very careful with the hands themselves and the statue itself. So
Well, with my knowledge of Arcana, and I imagine this would be like what, transmutation based. If what he is suggesting is true, where if he was turned to stone, that'd be a transmutation based spell.
DM, I think that was a question towards you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it was a question. I wasn't sure if it was a question or
Yeah.
a statement. Roll Arcana for me. With advantage.
2 dice. 2. Well, that is that is a 24.
I was waiting for him to say that's a 4. Out of 24, yeah, there's
Dance natural
generally
one.
only one thing that does this. It's petrification. It's just clearly petrified.
And I imagine knowing there's a possible way to, depetrify.
Oh, 100%. That you certainly, if this were the real man in there, you wouldn't want to do that without finding his hands first. You're in your mind, by your count, you're at least gonna need the hands. You're gonna need potentially anything that has come off of the hands. You want to make sure that they are in one piece with Boo. You would need someone that could cast mending, healing, maybe? You're not entirely sure, but probably mending. He's certainly a statue at this point, and to repair
Yeah.
the statue, you'd want mending, and then if
Well,
there were a guy
I
in
do
there,
have
you
mending,
would need
thankfully.
something to
Flesh to
get
stone.
them not petrified,
Or
which I
stone to
believe
flesh.
is greater
Stone to flesh.
restoration.
Okay.
Awesome.
Stone to
So we
flesh,
have
actually.
we have a workflow
Oh, stone to
that we
flesh,
can-
sorry.
oh.
Or if legend is to be believed, you would just need a really, really dangerous situation as the beloved ranger and his tail, as it were, says, as all Baldurians know, that Minsk will spring into action to protect the city in its most dire moment of need.
Okay. Well, with that information, I look over to my companions. Well, let's take a look and see if anything pops out, and maybe we can get some clues as to see who maybe absconded with these hands.
All right, everyone, go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Do 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 do.
I accidentally.
I
picked a
got an
really nice-
18.
18? Okay.
Yes.
16.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Ooh, nice rolls, guys.
Respectable rolls. Respectable rolls. As you're searching around the area, Drizzt, I would say that you're probably more keen on seeing this fairly quickly, as your whole thing is weapons, monsters, things that stick out where other people wouldn't notice them. You do notice a broken blade and a pry bar kind of scattered amongst the foot traffic and the people, kind of off towards Doc's house, like up a little bit like northwest of the statue. If it were a compass, so like right about your 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And Stu and Megan, I would say that you both fairly quickly find a few scraps of petrified wood, as well as a brooch.
Are the scraps of petrified wood like leading to any specific area, or are they just scattered around, kind of like willy-nilly?
Do you want to track?
Yes, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, go ahead,
Before
roll survival with
You
advantage.
told us to roll. All right, cool. Oh shoot, that almost fell. Okay. The first one is 10, and the second one is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will
So dirty
do
20.
it. Here we go. The scraps and the brooch are both in the direction of the Heap Gate, which is the other gate out of this area of the upper city.
I will
Make
kinda-
sure it's empty. And
You're making sure the
Did-
brooch is empty?
No, I'm opening up my satchel.
Oh. I just heard make sure it was empty.
I was like,
it's a
it's
pin.
a brooch.
Oh, he's frozen again. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm
Oh,
collecting the
there we go.
brooch.
Oh no.
Okay, so 2 people are gonna need power lines.
Oh no.
Yeah, let me make sure I put that on the throne list here. I can actually check. For those of you watching, Throne is one of the many ways you can support the show. Throne helps us get things that our players may need, such as power lines to help their internet work more effectively. It is not on here. I will put it on here right now. With Throne, you can anonymously or not so anonymously send us gifts. And all of these help support the show in both keeping it running and also keeping Stu and Megan from, well, Megan looking like that currently, all pixels, and
Oh,
Stu
no.
from dipping out 12 times per session because internet's a wild thing.
You know, it's really weird. I've never had this happen before.
It's usually me that has the internet
Here we
connectivity
go.
issues.
Let's grab that.
Oh god.
Control
Knock on wood
C.
though, I don't want that to happen.
No, I would like that to not happen for either of you. It's got to be worse on your end. Like, there's got to be a lot of panicking happening. There we go. We're going to add a product link. But yes, you put the shards in your bag, Stu?
Yeah.
Perfect. And you have the brooch. Is the brooch in the bag with the shards?
Correct.
Perfect. Okay.
Did you
there
look
we go.
did
Power lines
sorry,
are up.
when you were frozen, did you mention if you looked at the brooch at all? Like see what it is?
I didn't. I just collected it, and
Okay.
you know, you can study it later. You know.
Out all the people. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get-
All right. And Drizzt, are you doing any more investigating?
Yeah, I'll investigate more. Investigate deeper. Do you want me to roll again for it?
Yes, please.
They're gonna pull out big chungus for it.
Speaking of which, I finally painted my dice and polished them. Oh, you rolled a
Ooh,
Kraken, nat 20.
Pretty.
So on a nat 20,
Nice.
you found that you've kind of found everything there is to found. You find a couple more shards of petrified wood. I assume you get those all collected. But more notably, what you find is a very, very panicked man at the feet of the beloved ranger. Somewhat pissed, but also blubbering a little bit. He seems stressed. Deeply stressed.
I'm gonna flag Doc over because I'm not as good with handling the people like this. So just Doc, flag him down.
I still have my cup of coffee with me.
Well, even still half drunk with your cup of coffee, you know that this is Esgirl Nerthamas. He's the master of cobbles in the city. You actually know each other quite well.
You said Esgirl?
Esgirl.
Esgirl, good morning. I used the term good morning loosely. Obviously, this does not look good.
Oh, thank God, my friend. Yes, it's still morning, he says, looking at the freckles on his arm in this watchlist society. You have no idea what it is he could possibly be looking at. I am so glad you are here. Please, my friend, tell me that you are going to figure out what happened. My beautiful city. I didn't make the statue, but it is my responsibility nonetheless. His hands and Boo! It took Boo!
It does look very bad, but we're on the case.
Ah, yes, your half-drunken, hungover confidence gives me such faith, my friend.
Have I
Kid,
ever
you
failed you, but my friend?
No, you have not. You have not failed me, and you've done equally important things, at least twice as drunk. So I trust you, but please, Doc,
What, twice as drunk?
twice as drunk, meaning fully drunk,
That's
my friend.
that's even a record for me.
Well, bridges don't build themselves, especially not with the right amount of.
Yes.
He's
Thanks.
just- yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Words are hard.
You assume he means supplies, but he's so frustrated
Yes.
that he's having trouble articulating.
What, has anyone been seen around here kind of eyeballing the statue weird, or any sort of people that you may have had like an initiation for this sort of thing, like to get into an exclusive group?
As far as I know, no self-respecting or self-disrespecting group of Baldur's Gate or otherwise would dare haze someone to take the hands of the beloved ranger. That being said, I've been wrong before, and I would not be surprised. I would just be deeply disappointed. However, I swear on my finest work, I will give you 150 gold if you catch the people who did this. Make them pay with their souls and save the city the expense of a trial. I will pay you.
I for sure will definitely do what we can to make this right, as obviously can't have the hero here not have his hands. And Boo.
Boo is the most important. Boo is not Boo without Minsk, and Minsk is not Minsk without Boo, and neither of them would be here without Jahira. But we must get our rangers' hands back.
Well then, consider it we're on the case.
Very good. Wonderful. Thank you. As you, Doc, and Esgirl are conversing, Ravengard comes up and kind of puts his hand on your shoulder as if to just be like, hey, I'm here. He's listening to the whole thing, and he lets Esgirl finish, and, just kind of reassures him, just, Esgirl, we will find these people. It is my duty to the city. I would never let this stand, not our beloved ranger. In his usual, somewhat over-formal, slightly pompous, I am all that is good in the world sort of way. And he turns to you. He says, Julius, I trust you to understand how important this is. How important a hero, Minsk of Rashiman, is to not just our people, but all people. And in a time like this, what a symbol of hope. We cannot let two be lost to us on the same day. I already have to send Abdel out.
Go back. Oh my god.
You're back? Okay.
You're
I
back, but you're
already
frozen.
have to send Abdel
No.
off into the forever, into the beyond, into whatever lies beyond this. Please, please, restore our ranger. Now, I don't
Real
agree.
quick.
Yeah.
So, noticing they've been saying Rushman a lot. Do I pick up on it? That's the same thing that's in my Rolodex.
As far as you know, there's only one peoples who are called the Rashiman, and is the people of Rashiman. So, probably Same people, same area.
Okay.
If anyone else uses the title, it would be deeply, deeply in bad taste, albeit ironic.
Okay. Continue.
Ravenguard looks at you and says, "Now, I think the Master of Cobbles and I disagree on a fairly important point, if I do say so. I think we need not take the lives of the ones who did this. If they were making a political
Yes,
statement, I must insist that they do face trial. And
Yes,
if it
justice
was a
and
group
and
of
all.
no good hazing initiates, I also insist that they stand trial. People do not learn from their deeds if they do not have a chance to grow from them. And if we do not give to them a chance to make good after what they have done, I believe that we are in the wrong. But we do want the same
Yes,
thing here.
And what what does it say about vigilante justice roaming the streets of our fair city?
He kind of leans in and goes, Citron, might I remind you, vigilante justice did get you the title Heroes of the Wide.
I stand corrected.
Wonderful, then we're on the same page.
I'm just over here, just this dumbest smirk on my face when one tusk just sticking out, laughing at him, just sticking his foot deep in his mouth.
As per, as per Doc usual, All right. Well,
Right.
we'll be quickly. We've already collected some of the bits and pieces of the hero here, and we will keep them safe as to so we can reattach and make him whole again.
Do me a favor, all of you, roll perception. Well, Stu, don't roll perception because you're engaged in conversation. Imre and Drizzt, go ahead and roll perception for me.
$15.
18?
19.
15.
15 and 19. I would say, Imre, you don't necessarily notice. You're just kind of keeping your head on a swivel, trying to make sure that if there is anything odd afoot, that you try to keep yourself aware of it. You're gathering information in your usual fashion, just kind of cataloging faces away and making note of things. But Drizzt, you
mean my
notice-
Legolas...
Your Legolas elven eyes.
My Legolas stance where I'm just standing there with my arms crossed.
Not obvious at all, no. Drizzt, you notice, not even out of the corner of your eye, he's not terribly good at hiding. He's obscured enough, but under the eaves of one of the adjacent houses, somewhat seemingly trying to obscure himself amongst the plants, is Imberland.
Googing about.
Whating about?
How far away is he?
Say about 50 feet.
Oh
no.
Oh.
Activate aggressive.
Okay.
Because he is considered hostile.
He's always considered hostile.
So
He pointed a firebolt at your magician. He's hostile.
So
I mean,
because of that,
she did
I can
though,
move,
like...
double my movement speed towards him as a bonus action. So I'm just gonna dart right towards him.
So in the span of about 3 seconds, Drizzt closes the gap. You see fabric of people's garments kind of wafting in the wind behind him. Plants in the area of kind of like, you see the effects of him having bolted through.
And
and
how
you just
tall
kind
is
of,
he in comparison to me?
in comparison to you,
Because I'm like
let's
6'2",
say
6'3".
let's say the camera's him.
Okay.
Oh,
He's at your sternum.
Then
He's
I'm going to
little.
grab him by his collar and pull him up, so he is at
Oh
eye
my
level.
god.
And he just,
This guy can't catch a
my,
break.
my friend, I assure you, hi. How can I help you?
And so now if have
He's
taking on
kicking
those
his
more
little
Orcus
feet,
features
by
now.
the way.
Yeah. So I'm taking on more of those Orcus features, so you see my skin like turn, more gray green. You see
And
my
just-
tusks fully come out, and how wide I just look more broad now and taller. And I just have him by not the scruff of his neck, but may as well be the scruff of his neck. And I'm just, what the fuck do you think you're doing, following us, hiding in the shadows?
Listen. I have an explanation, and it is a good one. I swear to you, it is a good one. But if you could put me down, maybe I do not prefer
My
to kick
grip
my
just
feet in the air.
tightens on him.
Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna be up here. I'm not really a fan of heights. I was just coming. SilverShield asked me to check and make sure you guys were not on the trail of the people who did this. He's concerned that it may be a bunch of noble children, and I don't know where they went. I am no good at tracking. I am just good at the shooting of the spells and the skulking in the shadows, or at least I was until you found me in the shadows. Maybe I am not so good as I thought I was. You are certainly better, my friend. Forcing myself to cough, by the way, was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be.
There's his
Yeah,
little,
I
his
can
little
tell.
feet
Yeah,
dangling.
his little feet are just like,
He's just like,
His little size 5 feet.
with his little silk slippers with the little curly toes. He thinks he's all fancy.
oh.
Oh yeah, he's got
Oh my God.
gorgeous robes on. This man is awkward, but very well dressed.
Throw him in the mud.
I've got him by the collar. I'm just keep following us, and I'm gonna make sure SilverShield finds you at his front doorstep in a body bag.
I wasn't following you. This at least was not my intent. I was never going to leave the upper city. I just, I might be on the wrong side of this encounter, but I assured you I had no plans to leave the upper city. You think looking like I do the people of the lower city would be kind to me? I
Yeah,
think
you don't
not.
look like someone who would ever leave the upper city.
I have been known on occasion to go to sorceress sundries.
Oh, big surprise! Big surprise there. And I'm just gonna
Also, hi, Twitch chat.
I'm not
I see
dropping.
you.
I'm not gonna drop him. I'm gonna like throw him, but not like face first throw him to the ground, but like it's not a like let go drop. I'm throwing him
I
down.
mean,
You drop him and he falls on his butt.
Just
His little
crumples.
silken slippers just like out from under him. He just kind of like skedaddles like limb over limb away across the cobblestones.
like a snake.
Yeah.
More like a lizard, like what is it in the Rescuers?
Oh,
Joanna the Goanna?
yes. Johanna! Yeah! Wow, that just brought back memories.
Right in
Oh,
the
dude,
child.
Talks
Trampoline
like-
park.
Fuck, they're old.
Listen,
I got that
I
reference.
know I just had a birthday, but I'm not that old.
Old.
We're not old. We
Yeah,
are
sorry, I'm
just
fucking with my
seasoned.
lights.
Also, Stu, it's been
What is
driving
that?
me crazy. I didn't notice before today that your NCR flag is crooked. Or you're crooked. You're
Oh.
either leaning this way and your flag is straight, or your flag is crooked.
No, it's his flag. It's definitely the flag.
Now the flag's leaning this way. I think it's your
I'm-
flag.
I'm just gonna come over there with a level and just fix it myself.
Oh my god,
That
no.
made it worse.
Stu's setup is crooked.
Yeah, yo, the flag's level. You're just. It's
You
not
look
even
like you're
camera
in that-
parallax.
It's
I have
better.
I have an older one.
It's better.
You look like you're in that house at Knott's Berry Farm where you can like literally stand on the wall and it looks like you're falling forward.
Oh, where all the
What's that
walls
place
do
called?
this
Oh,
business.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
that's what his
okay,
setup
there
looks
we go.
like.
There we go. Now
That's-
I'm not.
That ages me.
There we go. My lights were a little too not, a little too on the bright side, and I was just looking ghostly white. I was like, okay, I'm pale, but Jesus Christ. So yeah, with him scurrying off, I'm just gonna head back over to the group, and I'm gonna flag down Raven Guard. Raven Guard's still here, right?
Yeah, he's still here. He's wandering about, assuring people that the Order of the Keep will find the people who did this. And people keep going, the Order of the Keep? It's the Heroes of the Wide. Oh, they have a name. Good.
And I'm gonna flag down Raven Guard then and pull him aside real quick.
You walk up to him and give him a tap. He immediately turns around and just goes, yes, of course. What can I do for you?
Keep an eye out for Silvershield's little flunky. I just sent him skedaddling out of here, scurrying away. But he has apparently been following us. Fortunately, I was able to catch him early enough in the day. But yeah, he's up to no good. So keep an eye out for that guy, please.
He
And,
contemplates all of these adjectives you've just said in a row, and he just kind of goes, yes, I do believe that skedaddle is the correct word for what that man does. He doesn't quite slither as much as he skitters through places he doesn't belong. I will keep an
no,
eye out for
slithering
you,
is,
and I, at your behest, I will
I'm a
do as
snake.
much as I can to
I'm
work
sorry.
with the watch to keep the best eye out we can, and I will ensure he does not leave the upper city, lest he meet the gauntlet end of the flaming fist.
thank you, sir.
Of course. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I think you went over everything with Doc.
Yes, please. Find the people who did this. I don't know that I have a good explanation for the Parliament or for my son if the hands were not returned. And he
Good
just
day, sir. And I toss him a gummy bear.
he just
Fantasy gummy bears.
these are delightful. Are these local? Who makes such a whimsical treat? Thank you. And he notably starts
druids,
walking off towards
probably.
the wide, seemingly in search of candy. You didn't know he had a sweet tooth before now.
Great, you're gonna give him diabetes.
I don't know about that. I don't know that that's possible.
Is it just damage over time?
We find him and he's just face first into a bowl of gummy bears.
Sorry, I'm just broken by his diabetes damage over time because, yeah. Yeah, it is.
It is.
It's damage per
let me phone my-
round.
Let me phone
it's
my
a lot of
brother.
rounds.
He'll give me an answer.
Oh my god.
Terrible. We're absolutely terrible.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Anyway.
Par for the course.
Right. All right.
All
all
right.
Okay. Now that Imre sees that the big kids, the talking's kind of done, she's gonna kind of like walk over to Dritz and like kind of take a deep breath. And you can kind of tell like her hands are shaking a little bit. She's not. She doesn't like. She's very intimidated, and she goes, the pieces of the wood, the pieces of the ranger, the ranger wood, the wood that we found went in that direction. Points towards the heap gate, because I don't think she knows
Oh God, you've
what
heard
it's
the
called.
worst possible
So she
position.
points in the direction of the heap. Oh no!
You're fine
No,
now,
you're
but
good
you
now.
froze
Am I-
like
am I
this.
Oh no! Someone should have screenshot that. So she's gonna point at the heap gate. I don't know if you heard if I
Yes.
froze before I
Yeah.
said, like, obviously she probably doesn't know. All right. And she's like, in that direction, if that's a start. And then stops talking.
Okay. Well, that
As you were talking, I kind of like shrink myself down and make myself less broad. My skin turns more of a lighter shade of green and gray, and
A sallower shade.
yeah. Yeah, actually, it's we'll cancel that out. To appear less imposing, my tusks kind of, recede into my mouth a bit, and so I'm less. As you are there, just a little anxious. I'm just doing what I can to be less intimidating in the process.
Aw.
Okay, deep side then.
yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
You see Doc toss his coffee cup.
As you
Like just away.
toss your coffee cup, nobody scolds you, but you do notice out of the corner of your eye a watch soldier kind of try to catch it, because the last thing they want to do is have to scold the Order of the Keep for littering. He just kind of walks
Not to
off like,
mention,
I'm gonna
I'm just-
find a place for this now.
I'm gonna grab him. Alara's gonna kill you if you don't bring that mug back, right?
You know the mugs are biodegradable, right?
Actually,
don't
the
think
mugs are
that's true.
ceramic.
What?
Yeah, it's
I
like one
can't.
of those really nice kind of like pseudo
God.
bell shaped like Deneen pottery mugs with a really pretty finish. Like these definitely look like somebody made them. They've
You're gonna
even got
break
a
that?
cute little logo on the front of a dragon with 2 stars, and the bottom is stamped with the keep. So that watch soldier just got a great souvenir.
Well, let's.
Are there people that show up to the keep and stick coffee mugs in their fucking purse to steal them?
100%, yeah. She's got racks on
checks out.
racks of them.
I'd do it.
Anyway,
She gets them at a discount for the amount that she buys. She buys in bulk.
Fantasy Costco.
Fantasy Costco, where all your dreams come true.
Nerds!
I'm sorry. I love Taz, okay?
Okay, so we're headed toward the heap gate, yeah?
Yes.
Sweet. As you are headed toward the side of my nose itches. As you're headed toward the heap gate, it's pretty smooth sailing. I'm gonna yawn.
Oh no.
Sorry.
It's catching.
It's pretty smooth sailing. You guys get down there fairly quickly. And as you arrive at the gate, yes, as you arrive at the gate, there is a handful of lamplights. There's the usual security, but nothing inherently going wrong. Traffic is fairly smooth through this part of the gate. You roll up.
I would like to
securities.
use-
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
No, you first.
I was Okay, I was gonna say I would like to use my tracking skills to see if I can, if there's any other scraps on the ground or like footprints, anything out of place.
Sure. Do you want to just say you're kind of doing that passively the whole way?
Yeah, that would be great.
Cool. As you guys are kind of headed that way, here and there, you see little bits, some not necessarily worth picking up, but as you see larger shards here and there, fairly far apart along your trek, we'll say that you make sure to scoop them up. You arrive at the gate, and security's like, "Oh, hey, keep guys. There is a lamplad over here. You might want to talk to him." And he kind of like,
Yeah.
to this lamplad. And this is Timmy from the other night. So Timmy,
Oh,
knowing
Timmy!
that you guys are
Timmy.
always on the lookout for stuff, and that things that happen at night tend to go unspoken about or unnoticed around here, when he saw a gaggle of kind of older teens screwing around, seemingly scurrying through the gates when security wasn't watching, it's just like, "Hey, I saw this group of like kind of older teens, like older than me for sure." Oh, I'm blurry. Hello. Whatever. I saw this group of older teens, and they were like kind of trying to avoid the guards. And they tried to hire me, but that felt kind of suspicious. So I said no way, and then I kind of followed them anyway. So like it's not like it really matters. I was gonna follow them anyway, but I don't know. I didn't want to take their money because it felt like I could get in trouble. But they had something with them. They were being like really dodgy. I don't know if it has to do with this, but just in case it felt like something that like shouldn't go unmentioned.
Well, which way did they go?
Towards Twin Songs, down across the bridge through the gate over by like Worms Crossing. That's as far as I was able to follow them. I was worried that they might be noticing me, but I know they at least got to Twin Songs. It's a bar. It's a bar.
Did you get a good look at any of them? Any of them stand out to you?
They're really well dressed. Like, they didn't look like us. They didn't look like they live in the low. No offense, Doc. I know that you're upper city folk, but like in my heart, you're like lower city folk, because like you actually work and you do things and you're like helpful and stuff, and you don't shit on people for what they look like. Yeah, they're way too well dressed to be going down there. I'm also pretty sure is there an age that you have to be to go into a bar? I don't know. They seemed really young to be going to a bar. That seems like an adult thing. But yeah, no, they went to they went to the Twin Songs.
They went to the Twin Songs. They went into the Twin Songs. Okay. Well, thank you for the information. That was quite helpful, young man.
Yeah, no problem, Doc. You know I always got you. And he kind of like do, still holding his lantern.
I love Timmy.
Man, that little guy is coming out a long ways for us. You know, he's a good kid. He'll go far.
Fun fact,
Well,
Timmy is actually based on Stu. You know him. Megan, you know of him. I don't think you've met him face to face, but our best friend, Timmy, I pictured baby Timmy with the blonde hair that sticks straight up and his big old eyes and just kind of like awkward and gangly.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Love that.
The prodigal Timmy.
Well, I think that gives us our next direction to head in to the Twin Song.
Yeah.
I look over to my orcish, drowish compatriot.
Twin Song it is, yeah.
You guys head towards the Twin Songs, kind of over towards Worms Crossing. You notice as you guys are walking, Imre is looking for bits and pieces that she can find. And you notice in this kind of role, today, more so than usual, you're noticing Driz kind of almost relaxing. They seem to be more in their element, not having to speak as much. They're almost more in form. You kind of think that this is the most natural you've seen them, is in this kind of puzzle solving, follow the clues, figure out the secrets kind of a role, as opposed to a less interrogatory role. And Doc's just docking. As you make your way towards the Twin Songs, the trail seems to run dry as far as finding more pieces. You've got a fairly decent little bundle in your bag there. You've found some solid.
I hold out my pouch.
Oh, you still have the
Drop it in the
dragon-proof
pouch.
dice bag I made you.
Cute.
Yes, the oafish one.
But yeah, you get to the Twin Songs, and here you are.
All right.
Anybody want to make perception checks for me?
I was just
Yes,
about to say, can I roll an
please.
investigation?
100%.
But do you want me to do perception?
No, do investigation.
Oh, my perception's better. Okay.
You can do perception if you like.
Oh,
You'll
cool.
just-
Yeah, I'm gonna do
you're
that. It's-
noticing different things.
Yeah.
21.
21 on investigation. Driz, seemingly where Imre has lost the trail, you pick up a trail of something new, which seems to be damage. As you're coming through to the Twin Songs, you're noticing more and more damage to the cobblestones. You're seeing bits of rust on the ground, and you are beginning to see other types of stone, as well as some paint on some of the cobblestones. A very
Paint
familiar
like we saw.
blue paint.
I was about to say. Does
I got a
damage look-
20.
You got a 20? You notice the
Nat
same
20 or
thing that he
dirty 20?
does, but like you're just like, oh, paint. Instead of like the fine detail, like
Paint?
there's damage here. You're just like, paint. You sound like Mr. Crow.
Cute.
The damage, does it look like it is damage from like intentional, or was it like something that was being dragged and like kind of unintentional? I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing with heavy equipment. kind
It
of
looks like
stuff.
someone ate shit.
Oh, like they tripped.
Yeah. It looks like someone was in a hurry, and they absolutely whiffed it, trying to skedaddle out of here real fast.
Okay.
I rolled an 18 for my perception check, by the way.
Sure.
On your perception check, you notice that there's a doorman standing by the door. You also notice that where you stop finding bits of petrified wood, you're kind of like trying to follow, and you into Drizzt, who is kind of checking something out at ground level. So like he's just below your purview of vision. You were kind of like looking further and just tripped over each other. As she does trip over you, she goes kind of tumbling over the top of you, and as she hits the ground and kind of, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and gets back up, you notice the same damage to these cobblestones. And you both kind of put the pieces together of, oh, that's what he's looking at. And you put the pieces together of, oh yeah, someone tried to get out of here real quick. This is an old road. They did some damage.
Oh.
Okay. And you said there's a doorman at the Twin Songs?
There is.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is that doorman from here, like this position?
From you, maybe 15 feet.
Okay, cool. Because I'm putting it together, I'm gonna just head over to the guy. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you don't stand here 24/7. Is there a rotation, or is there a time when there's not someone out here watching?
I'm just here to make sure those two brats don't come back and try to get into my pub again. I don't usually stand out here. Nobody usually has to stand out here. When people come down here and they make trouble, then I have to stand down here.
What happened?
Oh, gaggle of brats came in early hours of the morning, throw my door open, try to demand I let them drink when they're clearly running from something. And I told them they weren't welcome here, and when they refused to leave, I booted their asses out the door, kicked them square in the backside, landed, well, about where your friend fell.
Did you notice or recognize any family crests, emblems, sigils, anything like that on any of them?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
know any of them?
No, I don't know any of them, but I certainly know one of their families. They all came through here well-dressed, clearly don't belong in the place. One of them came in, just out in the open with the crest of the Oberon family on him. Think I'm gonna let them in here? There's sumptuary laws. I can't even dress like myself. I can't go out and buy nice things for my wife, and they're just gonna come in here dressed to the nines, telling me I have to let them drink and just take whatever danger they might bring with them? I think not.
Yeah, that doesn't seem so fair at all, does it?
No, don't it?
Well, good news with sumptuary laws is the Fist won't be enforcing them. Can't say much for the Watch, but I can promise you the Fist won't.
Well, I don't really have to worry about the Watch down here. You won't find me in the upper city much. Brew everything in-house. It's always been that way. Good to hear the Fist won't be enforcing it, though. Did want to give my wife a nice little necklace.
Fist have problems, don't get me wrong. But,
Everybody's got problems around here.
Oh, this whole damn city does. Every day it's something new. Every single day. Anyway,
he looks at you, though, and he goes,
you notice about?
Good to see another near your topside, though. You didn't ask me what he looked like.
Sorry. Well, and I had to fight through the accent of what the fuck you just
Good
said.
to see another
All I caught was
another
topside.
Topside. And I'm just gonna kind of slip more into my more natural, instead of trying to hide the orcish features and appear more elven, just that more neutral elven and orcish features. Just yeah. Yeah. You don't see many of us around here. It's good to see another Nia too.
Anything else I can help you guys with?
Yeah, did you happen to catch which way they went after you booted them out of here?
Oh yeah, they head straight for Worm's Crossing. If I had to guess, they were either trying to get out of the city or they know someone. Little buggers are looking to hide anywhere they can.
Well, they have caused quite the ruckus around town, I will say.
Yeah. If 2 + 2 is equaling 4, then they probably have absconded with the hands of the beloved ranger as well as some other statues.
Well, I mean, the beloved ranger? They made off with the hands of the ranger.
Yeah. Did they drop
Heck,
anything?
me.
Leave anything behind in their skedaddling out of here?
One of them got paint all over my doorway.
I
But,
see that.
and he kind of reaches around to a pack on his side, and he goes, one of them did drop this, though. And he holds up what appears to be the other part of the broken knife that you currently have in your pouch. Don't know that it'll help much, but it's something.
We'll take it.
Hands
So.
it over. He goes, hey, you catch those little bastards, come back for a drink. On me.
Oh, of course, of course. Anything to help.
I wouldn't dare expect a free drink, but we will come and get absolutely pay you patronage.
I'm gonna offer you one anyway.
I will never
Thank
turn
you.
down a free beverage.
Free's nice.
In which
It's
case,
just
he pays double, you two drink for free.
I'm just gonna like. And I thought I was supposed to be the alcoholic of the group. Anyway. Off we go. Towards Worms Crossing.
And before that, Imre is
Oh.
gonna kind of like just be like, the blue paint wasn't that Flaming Fist color paint?
Yes. Yeah,
We-
it was. But
So like, oh, I don't know, like either they have something to do with it, or like was it stolen? Maybe.
it's
So it has
most
something
likely-
to do. I just feel like it has something to do with this. And I might be crazy. I don't know. It doesn't feel. The connection is confusing.
It's almost certainly it's whoever stole the paint of those three colors of paint from or four, I think, actually, from Pros. Whoever stole those
the-
4 colors of paint from Crows is the same group that did this, and I think they still had some more of them on them when they absconded with the hands. So
Don't make me my hip
I
locked
think it's just this. I think it's just the same group of shitters. That
Not crazy. It just feels weird. Like something's not adding up.
Maybe
don't
it's
know.
like some sort of weird scavenger hunt they've created for themselves to amuse themselves with.
well,
I guess we'll
kids
find
will be
out.
shitters.
Well, let's get to the rock then, shall we?
The rock's, not quite
Worms
where you're gonna-
Crossing.
Yeah, you're going to Worms Crossing. The rock is
Worms
connected,
Crossing,
but
yeah, sorry.
probably wouldn't help you
Yeah.
to go to the rock.
I meant
Rock
to
is-
cross.
is the plan.
my goodness.
That's
Welcome, welcome to the rock.
It's spooky.
I got your buddy. I got your buddy, monkey. Yeah. I'm glad you're comfortable there. It's a good thing I don't need any of that paperwork behind you, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So as you head towards Worms Crossing, you notice that you definitely look like you're kind of headed out of the city. You're almost well on your way towards Rivington. As you get to the crossing, the guards are like, "Hey, hold up, badges, or you pay a toll." Because they're always.
I'm
here,
just
they
gonna,
don't
like-
really recognize.
I was just like exasperately just and just pull from my ass pocket, just pull the fist badge.
All right, you're fine. Come on through.
Come on, guys. I know you can absolutely see us in a crowd.
I
Come
see
on.
1,000 faces a day, buddy. You know we are in time of crisis here. What do you want me to remember, everyone?
I mean, I'm kind of short. They wouldn't see me.
And I'm just gonna
I put my hand on Andres,
Hang
like,
on.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I look over and I realize I don't even have the fist badge. It's the watch badge. I just pulled the wrong one. I'm like, fuck.
They don't care.
Just
We don't need no stinking badgers.
and as we're walking through, I'm just gonna be like, I'm really glad we don't have a guild badge because that could have been awkward. If it did.
You guys have to start keeping those things in check, huh?
Put them in a trifold wallet. Just flip one
Just
side
flip over
open
which
whenever you need it.
flip over which one. This one? No, this one.
I'm picturing Doc has one of the zigzag ones. It's like when people take out pictures of their 12 children, but instead it's just all badges. Like Benny from The Mummy. This one? No. This one?
Oh my god.
This one?
I love a mummy
no.
reference.
I forget which prayer it was. But it was, oh, no. It drops.
I think it
the
was
no.
the Buddhist one. He tries
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
No?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's just
mummy
another
references.
Rolodex that drops out.
But yeah, so you get through the gate, and when you get to the opposite side of the bridge, you're now squarely on Worm's Crossing. There's kind of a dude who's just like standing out in front of his shop. You guys notice, because Imre, you're tracking, and we'll say your investigation senses are still tingling. And he's just like kind of looks like he has no business being out there. Like it's a little weird. You don't have like town criers or people advertising out here. This is the most well-traveled area other than the Wide and the Lower City Central Wall as far as like foot traffic. Like it's very odd for him to just kind of be out there, not smoking a pipe, not talking to anyone. Did you just turn me all the way around? Do you need attention?
Yes,
My
the answer is yes.
goodness.
Always. The answer is always. Sorry, did you say, is he looking like a little shifty, or is he just standing there?
Yeah, what's he look like?
He's just like, he looks kind of shifty. He just looks like he's not doing anything, but he's also like not loitering. Like he's just kind of awkwardly standing, like overstimulated looking, standing outside the door of this shop.
Do I recognize the shop as being anything guild related, or is he wearing anything guild related?
Oh my god, cat noises.
The shop is not guild related, and he is not wearing anything guild related. It is a
Okay.
pottery shop.
And I'm gonna look over at Doc of just
Hmm.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
go talk to the guy, man.
Okay, go.
I after doing the Three Stooges, I head on over to the pottery guy.
Sorry, it felt less Three Stooges and more Three Amigos. Just
You too! Ah, look up here, look up here, look up here, look up here! I do that at work when I need to get somebody's attention.
Yeah, you did that to me once, and I was so like, what the fuck? Three amigos up in here.
All right, so I make my way on over. Hello and good evening, or good morning, good morning. It's the days are
morning.
the days are all bleeding together. That being said, have you seen some troublemaking youth make their way through here?
Sir, I just sell pottery?
Have you seen any troublemaking youth make their way through here?
Have I seen troublemaking youths? Do I live in Baldur's Gate and run a shop on Worms Crossing? Yes, I've seen every variety of troubling youth and or adult this city is capable of ferrying.
Well, more specifically, more fancy lad looking.
Fancy lad? Are you talking about, like, the guys that carry the lamps, or, like, travelers? Like, what do you mean fancy? I'm gonna need you to define fancy.
Refined, well-dressed, family crest and all.
I mean, I do make at least what I personally consider to be the finest pottery in Baldur's Gate. But, you know, I guess that's beside the point, because, you know, who would want to shop the best pottery in Baldur's Gate and be wearing a family crest? Yes, I've seen kids with family crests. Dude,
Since
I
last
sell
night.
pottery. Oh, since last night.
Yes, that is correct. That is where I was going with that. I thought I mentioned that. Maybe. Yes, since last night. Yes.
He's like, no, why would I see children with family crests last night? What are you implying?
Well, that's suspicious as fuck. Insights.
Actually, hey, before you roll your insight, so his shop is it like an open air shop, kind of like Ren Fairy kind of style?
Or actual walls and
no, it
roof.
looks much like the rest of the actual shop fronts in Worms Crossing, where it's got like that old kind of pitted glass windows with the wooden frames, kind of like
Okay.
stonework front.
Does he have any of his wares, any pottery, like in front of his shop, though?
Oh yeah, there's plenty in the windows, and there's a little display out front.
Oh, and he's out front by that said display, right?
Yeah, he's out front of his shop next to that display.
Okay,
This is
cool.
Hadru's Pottery.
Perfect.
Oh no.
So, okay, Stu, roll your insight.
Did it had Drew's?
Yes.
All right. All right, insights. Let's be insightful today, shall we? 14.
Doesn't take a 14 to know he's lying. He's a really bad liar.
But by chance, do I notice any like paint markings or, you know, the
paint.
any sort of petrified wood drop? You know, if
Roll a perception.
Dino droppings? Dino?
Dino
Drop-
droppings? Dino droppings? Hope you remember to wash
Oh,
your
that-
hands
that-
before you eat anything.
wash your hands. That's much better. You said, well, investigation or
Perception.
perception? Okay. That'll be a soft 20.
You don't notice any
Soft
paint,
20.
Never heard
but
that.
you do notice a couple of bowls marked FELOGYRBG. There's also some fairly familiar
Hang on, I can't
mugs
spell.
here.
The Loger's fireworks.
I'm gonna saunter over. Like, okay, so you haven't seen anything at all, huh? And as I'm saying this, my hand just kind of pushes a pot, like the nicest looking pot I could see, just over.
I worked so hard on that.
Oh. Hey,
You
Matt.
have to excuse my friend. He is really clumsy. I push over another pot. I'm sorry. I'm really clumsy as well.
Imre's gonna pick up like a cute little pot and just be like, "This is beautiful." And like just looks him straight in the face and drops it.
So as one after another, these he's like, just stop breaking my things. Oh my god, please just stop breaking the things. I don't know what you need.
What do we got in here?
There
It'd be
hasn't
real shame if I
been
fell in the store
any
here.
kids with noble markings around here, and certainly not last night.
Oh, so they
Just
have.
please stop breaking my things. If you want to have a look at my wares, at least go into my shop and stop damaging the merchandise.
Sorry.
Well,
I'm not laughing.
Half of those mugs are for the keep, but Alara's gonna kill me.
She will understand.
Will she?
I'm sure she will. As I'm
hearing is
I take his subtle hints of him doing. I go towards the door.
The night of the Roxbury head.
Yeah. Over there, huh? Yep. Yep. I go to the door and open the door into the shop.
My cheeks hurt.
crying.
So I guess we're playing bad cop, bad cop.
Matt Mercer, I do not
Bad
know how
cop.
you do this and keep a straight face.
Bad cop, worst cop.
Doesn't. Oh.
Oh my god.
So I open up the door to the front of the shop and start to
Oh.
saunter on in.
The door was open, by the way, this entire time. But yeah, as you
closed it to reopen it.
You close it and reopen it.
Make my own entry. Ta.
Do not make your own entry here.
Just to go
He
with the
might
bit,
actually
because
cry.
I have a I was thinking that the magic item, the staff of bird calls, I feel like Imre would keep that on her back, and I have a feeling that anytime she turns around, that thing just would hit something.
You're good.
I just
there?
make it all-
Cat with
Are
the tail's
you
not paying attention.
Intentionally just
No, I was just saying, like,
no, I think she was like, that would be
if it was
hilarious.
for the bit, because like that would be so because like we do things for the bit.
roll
But that would
at
be
a
very
disadvantage for bad luck. 2 d20s.
Okay.
Oh,
Did you
good.
take the lucky feet?
Oh man. Well, I got a 20 and an 18.
In 18. So yeah, every single time you turn around, it's just like it
Yeah.
either whacks the table or it like kind of glances another small dish, sending it kind of ding 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 tumbling into the wall of the shop. You turn around back towards the vase to go to drop it, and it smacks Drizzt in the knee.
I'm sorry.
I take a look around and do another full investigation
I'm just gonna just grunt that off. Just,
She's just
as
like
you enter the shop, you roll a perception for me.
16.
what are you doing over there with the...
As you enter the shop, from the corner of your ear, you just hear.
Well, I'm gonna head that way.
okay.
Actually, no, I'm gonna sneak that way. I'm gonna sneak that way.
You sneak that way. Okay, roll for stealth.
Mm-hmm.
As he's stealthing,
Big dice coming up.
I sealed it way too well.
Bing.
Oh no. Nice. What?
I was half expecting gummy bears to shoot upward.
To be fair, I was too.
21 for stealth.
As you, well, Doc, what are you doing during all this?
I slowly walk towards. I have my hand kind of preemptively up for like in case I need to cast something. But it'd be good if someone's in here that they would come out, because it would be a shame if
It would be a shame.
It would be a shame if this building fell on top of you.
You just hear the shopkeep go, "Ha!" from outside upon hearing it would be a shame if the building came down on you. Imre, what are you doing?
Trying not to break shit. No, she takes her staff and she's kind of like holding it in front of her and like so she doesn't like knock anything. Very, very spatially unaware of herself.
Look, we're playing bad cop, worst cop over here. Okay, you gotta go with the bit. I'm the bad cop. Tris is worst cop.
So as...
And I'm just here, cop.
You're just cop,
bad cop, dumb cop.
As you sneak towards the sound that you heard, you kind of hear a like a frantic whispering.
I want to keep sneaking towards that sound then.
Anyone else doing anything?
I make a noise as I'm charging up. Just make it very loud that something's about to happen.
Going
You have
on
to count.
Power up.
Yeah. You have to the count of 3 to make yourself seen, or I start blasting.
You hear the shopkeep again just go, when all of a sudden, out of the corner, you hear, okay, fine. And 3 teenagers come scrambling out from under the stairs, and run into Drizzt.
And I'm just gonna grab the first. I'm gonna grab the first 2 I can by this
Yeah, I
time
put-
the actual scruff of the neck.
And I put my hand on the 3rd one by the collar.
Please tell me it's the glove that's not charging.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was doing it for fun. And the one on your right that you have by the other scruff of the neck. Don't tell him anything. He doesn't have any power. I don't even know who this loser is. And Doc, the one that you have by the collar, is trying to like Scooby-Doo himself away, like arms in circles, legs running already.
I take my open palm and thump him on the top of his crown.
Well, and I was just gonna say, I'm gonna take the 2 that I've got. I'm just gonna knock their heads together gently, not enough to knock them out, but I just want to like clunk. Shut up.
As they all get conked on the noggin, the one that was having a panic attack before, it seems to have rattled just a little bit of sense into him. He's like, we were just having fun. We took the hands because we heard that other people were taking hands, and we thought it would be funny if we took the Rangers. We didn't mean anything by it, and then once they were off, it just felt so permanent. So we decided to rent, and we came to Mr. Hadrew's here, cause he owes his dad a favor, and we knew he would hide us. Please don't tell our parents. Please don't tell our parents.
The one that I have, do you have the hands and the leftover pieces from the Ranger on you right now?
He says, I hid him in the Durand Bold. Not mortuary. What the fuck is the name for that? Mausoleum.
Mausoleum.
You hid them in the mausoleum.
It's my family's. We're the only ones with the key, other than the person, the lady that works at the cemetery. I thought it would be the safest place for them. I didn't want us to get caught.
Do you realize the trouble that you've caused right now, young man?
Kinda.
And what was
Desecrating
the
a
point?
sacred statue.
Sacred.
Well, and I'm just gonna, and I'm just gonna double down and just lie to him, like, but I'm gonna just double down on the myth and the rumor of, like, that's not a statue, that is a petrified man whose hands you just stole.
I thought that was just a myth. No, nobody's seen myth.
And playing into it. How many
where do you
statues
think
of
they
wood
are?
do you know of? Statues are
They're
normally
blue.
made out of rock and or metal.
But I thought, because it's not technically
Rock
wood,
and
'cause
stone!
Petrified
Rock and stone!
wood,
It was right there! God damn
It's
it.
petrified wood, and he starts giving you a dissertation on the etymology of petrified wood and how it is actually technically a stone, and he's learned this in school because, you know, his family, the Durenbolds, actually made this mausoleum, and they're stone workers, and that's why they're and this kid is just like panic rambling.
Murray's very fascinated by the
I give him a little
information.
tap. I
oh.
turn him, give him a little tap on the forehead. Boop. You were.
I thought it was the one I was holding that was rambling, but...
Oh, I thought it was the one that I was holding.
It was the one the dog
panic.
was holding.
Oh, okay.
You were
My
you were
apologies.
panic speaking, young man.
Sorry.
If I let you go, do you promise not to run?
I make no promises for what my body does separate of my brain. I certainly hope that I won't run, but I'm
Then give us
having a panic attack. So point me in the opposite direction, because I really think you might hurt me.
I'm going to let you go and promise you that I'm not going to hurt you because you've been truthful and have actually told me what I've wanted to hear, unlike your other friends who may get turned over to the authorities. So I'm going to let you go on 3.
Before you do, which of the three of you can't spell?
That'd be Gavin. His nose is like twitching like a rabbit.
Well, okay, who has Gavin in their hands? I'm assuming it's me.
You have Gavin in your left hand.
Because... Okay, so you're responsible for the blue paint.
He's the one that tried telling you, don't tell that loser anything.
Cool.
Sounds like a Gavin.
So you're responsible for the blue paint. Who did the rest of the painting?
I'm not saying anything. And his buddy immediately rolls over on him and he goes,
Goes.
Gavin, painted all of them. The other two of us, we go to school. We're good. We actually do what we're supposed to. This whole thing was Gavin's idea. And he said that if we did it, we'd be heroes because it was a stupid statue that didn't mean anything and the myth wasn't real. And now, oh my God, did we kill a guy? He's
I'm gonna
Not a-
fucking lie to him.
Wow.
You might have.
Do it.
Yeah, if all the
You might
pieces
have-
aren't put together, he may die,
listen,
and the effects
we-
unreversible.
We helped steal the paint from that crow guy, and the Durenbold kid goes, actually, he's a Kenku. That would be a variety of raven, and he starts trying to ramble again, and Gavin goes, not now, Travis!
Everybody likes Travis.
Travis, I'm going to let you down now. You seem to be caught up in this for all the wrong reasons. So I'm going to let you go at the moment, but you're not going to move, okay? I slowly let him go. And I just place my hand on him in a non-threatening way and just kind of put my arm around him just to...
I don't think there's any non-threatening you can do right now.
You put him down, and he's so panicked that he immediately just goes, and doesn't move. His arms around your belly, just, no, I'm staying here.
Um,
Oh my god.
Hey,
Imre's gonna look at you said
I've
his name
scarred
was
a small
Travis?
child.
Yeah, Travis
Mission
is the one that was
accomplished.
panic
Um,
rambling.
Yes. And she's just very gently almost like as like like almost I guess like oh, words are so hard right now. More calm than you've kind of like ever seen her, and like for once kind of not without stuttering. And she's going to ask him, "You said that you stole the hands of the ranger because others were stealing hands. Do you happen to know who the others were, Travis?"
Some of them, outer city kids, and maybe lower city kids. Kids not dressed like us. They took and he pulls out a little notebook. He's like, sorry, I write everything down. I take a lot of notes. And he opens up his little notebook. His so the Water Queen's house, the Fury of the Fist, they took the fists and outside the sea tower, Balderan looks out to the sea. They took Balderan's hands, and the six wise machinists near the House of Wonders where Duke Adrian's funeral is supposed to be. They took all 12 of the machinists' hands because there's 6 machinists, and the faithful shopkeeper meets the trader by the counting house on the pier, where all those fists were, because someone robbed the harbor master. That statue, and then I think that's it.
Thank you, Travis. Thank you very much. Doc's not
I
gonna
know
hurt
it's
you
not
anymore, are
technically
you, Doc?
6 sets of hands, but it's 6 statues.
Yes, I understand, and thank
Can-
you so
can I,
very much for your help.
Can I take your notebook real quick, please?
Sure. What do you need?
I'm just gonna transcribe it. I'm just gonna copy this information into my notepad, and then I'm
Thank
gonna
God.
give you your book back.
Hang on, my headphones went out. Give me just a sec. Okay, you said you're gonna transcribe it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take your notebook and I'm gonna copy your notes down, and then once I do that, I will give you your book back.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I hold out my hand.
He hands you the notebook. He goes, if if you go back a few pages, there's what the paints were, yeah, and who told us to do it.
I pull out my notebook and I go to the page and that he references real quick, and I start writing down all the info.
As you're writing down all the info on the page of information about the paints, you notice it says that when they're done, they're supposed to return to one Torland Silvershield.
That rat bastard.
Yeah, he's a
rat
bastard.
Bastard.
He is
Let me guess, he means Jeff the Shark.
Hey,
damn
whoa,
it! Okay.
Don't you speak poorly of Jeff the Shark. That's my boy.
No, but people who made Jeff the Shark are rat bastards.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Whoever designed his moveset for Rivals is absolutely a rat bastard. I hope they have to use GameCube controllers for the rest of their lives.
Oh no.
It's terrible. That's
That's
terrible.
harsh.
Good for
So
Smash.
yeah, so I'm
Good
furiously
for Smash.
and I noticed the name and I just I'm shaking my head and copying down all the information, and then the hands info.
Travis looks over to you, Imre, and says, Can you take me outside for air?
Of course. And then Imre's gonna look at the two and just kind of like give him kind of like a exasperated, like, you guys, kind of a look. And
Disappointed mom look.
Disappointed mom look, yes.
She's very
And
good at
takes
it.
them
'Cause she's
outside.
very
I'm not
familiar with
angry. I'm disappointed.
So familiar with that disappointed mom look. So
You take Travis outside, and he goes, I'm Travis Durenbold. It's nice to meet you, albeit probably would have been nicer under better circumstances. I'm sorry I followed my friends.
it's all right. Oftentimes we are led astray by our friends. I'm Imre. It's very nice to make your acquaintance.
Imre, you're one of the people who tried to save Duke Abdel, right?
Yes. Although I must admit, I'm not from here. I did not know who he was.
You did the right thing. He's really important. He meant a lot to everyone. You need to know something.
What is it?
His funeral. SIlvershield is trying to consolidate power. He's working with this Gortash guy who's like some young big deal or something. Nobody knows where he came from, but they're trying to take over the parliament, and it's not. None of us trust SIlvershield. He's really mean to everyone. He makes bad deals. He threatened my dad. I don't think it's good, and I'm worried he's gonna try to hurt Ravengard.
Oh no. Okay, well thank you. Thank you for this information, Travis. You have been a very big help. And I hope you understand that next time your friends ask you to do something dangerous, something that might not be right, how you feel about it, don't do it, alright? Follow your gut instincts.
I'm gonna hang this over their head until they're 90.
Alright, you do that then. But we are going to try and do everything we can to help the city. And we will get to the bottom of this. I promise.
That being said, Travis, in that moment, reaches back to a bag on his belt, and just goes, "Sorry."
She's gonna take the bag. I'm assuming these are the pieces, like the hands.
Once you get it in your hands, yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's very obvious
Okay.
that you're holding a pair of hands in your hands.
She's suddenly very, very uncomfortable. She's just like, oh. Great.
They're
Thanks.
bagged. It's okay.
Which hands are they?
Oh.
These are the hands of Mince,
just the
beloved
Beloved Ranger.
Rangers. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank
But I
you,
thought they
thank
put him
you.
in the mausoleum. Or was that a lie?
It was a lie. He had them the whole time. They were on his belt.
Great. Thank you. Thank
If you had
We'll make
asked
sure these
me
get back.
about your investigation checks in that moment, I would have told you that doesn't make sense. The pieces led you here.
Look, it's the heat of the moment.
Look, man, I was too busy smacking two kids' heads together. Okay.
Yeah, I was too busy educating children.
Oh God.
Alright, so I've still got what, Gavin, and what's the other one?
I didn't give him a name.
Gavin
Gavin,
and
and
Shitheel.
Travis, I'm gonna guess it's something like Bryce or Tyler.
Tyler.
Tyler it is.
So, okay, I've got the other two.
Brayden.
Can't you kids just, like, steal fucking liquor bottles from your dad's liquor cabinet like normal fucking teenagers?
I look over to him and just
Brayden
Yeah.
looks at you and goes, "What do you think? We're poor? We're patriarch families. I don't have to steal shit."
And I'm just gonna,
He goes,
like, I'm
"Except
just
for
gonna,
the
I
hands,
can-
we did steal those. I'm sorry."
just for the reminder, I could knock your heads together again anytime I fucking want to.
They're very aware of this. Hi, sweetheart. Hello.
Okay. Who
Oh,
stole the rest of the hands then if you only stole hands of the Beloved Ranger and... Well, no-
he said
no,
all the
yeah.
information. It was in the notebook, right?
Oh yeah, all of that's there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still copying it down as he's having the conversation.
Gavin's scared so shitless that you're gonna knock their heads together again that he tells you anyway, though. He's like, we ran across someone else who was running. We did this because we were told it would distract, and apparently it did distract a little too much, so now we're in trouble, all because those stupid outer city scuzzballs didn't want people to know that they stole all the other hands to try and make it look like it was our families. But I mean, when have I ever cared about our families? It's not like anybody can take anything from us. We run this city.
Knock their heads together again. Little shits.
Give me a second.
Who was saying that?
Gavin.
I thump him this time.
Thump him on the nose.
You know, it's that
simple
kind of
behavioral
entitled.
modification, Daphne.
Yeah, it's that sort of entitlement attitude.
Yo, who's
That
the ugly
leads-
old broad?
Thump.
Um,
It's that type.
Alright.
It's that type of entitlement attitude that leads young men astray.
He says, an entitled young man led astray by the science and magic of being an artificer.
anyway,
The irony is not
Um,
lost on me.
as for the paint, what was going on there, huh? Someone want to fill me on whose idea that was?
Oh, I thought he already said it was Torland. to return to Torland.
Yeah, the kid hasn't said it out loud yet. He tells you, that'd be Mr. Silvershield. He wanted to make it look like some lady from the outer city was going after the patriarch families, and he told us to make it look really bad. We did that one, and there's one in the lower city at a fireworks place that we get our firecrackers from for Balduran's Day, and there's one in the outer city on our side of their wall, so that it looks like it was everywhere except for out there, so it would make it look like them. He said they're coming after our families. Why would they be coming after our families?
They're not. They're not. Silvershield is out for blood. It is a scum-sucking rat bastard.
Well, I say
and
we
just
should.
made your lives hell.
As Doc is processing all this information, I think it's time we get to Ravengard and fill him in on what we found. Do you mind if I take your notebook, young man? I'm gonna need this as evidence.
You,
Travis is outside with me, isn't he?
Oh,
Yeah.
You copied everything already anyway, so.
yeah, but it's in my writing. I just want to make sure I have the actual copy from the kid. That way.
That's fair.
I walk outside. I'm like, his name is Travis, right?
yeah.
Travis, I'm gonna have to take your notebook from you as evidence. This is getting.
Oh, he froze.
Oh, Stu froze.
Oh, oh my god, I thought it was me because everyone went quiet.
Seriously. All right. While
Am
he
I still here?
unfreezes.
Only in voice.
Only in
there you
only
are.
in spirit.
Oh.
Okay, good. I'm like, oh god. So I ask him for the.
Oh, the camera's frozen. Move around more.
How about now? Am I here?
You've been back, guy.
Oh well, damn it. So I ask him for his.
Oh no.
I ask him for his notebook.
It's gonna drop soon because he is so his video is so far behind, and it's so fun.
Oh no! Please don't tell me that. Why is this happening to me?
He says, yes, you can have the notebook, but let me pull a few pages of notes out first. They're my hyperfixation. I just want to pull out the things that I wrote down, and he's like happy to show you. It's a few like notes on petrified wood and like stone splitting. Like he was very weirdly prepared. He wanted to make sure his friends had like the best opportunity of success, but also you can tell he worked really, really hard. So he takes those and hands you the notebook.
Protect
Okay.
Travis at
yes.
all costs.
Yes, the 3 alignments: lawful, chaotic, autism.
Protect Travis Durandhold at all costs.
All right. So I
Okay.
turn. I go back to Dresden's like, we should probably go
He
get
looks like a
Ravengard now. This
gift.
is. I've been reduced to an unformatted JPEG.
Oh no, I'm crying again. Oh my god.
My friend's caught in a gif.
He's so slow motion right now.
Oh my god.
They gift my friend.
Oh my god. What is happening?
You know, I just ran a speed check, and I'm at like 50 megabytes for my connection speed.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh.
I can't breathe.
The gift, my friend.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
We're professionals. We're professionals. We know what we're doing. Technology.
I just need you to know that
I
all
was
we
gonna-
can see while you're saying that is you slowly scratching your head as if confused.
Anyway.
You
Oh my
look like
God.
the sloth from Zootopia. But you
Oh my
you
god.
have the notebook.
Wait, now he's doing
You
this.
have what you need.
Oh, okay. One thing before I let these shitters go.
Oh my god. I can't.
The two
I'm
of you
glad I'm
are
the
gonna-
entertainment this evening. Oh.
Fine.
Before we let these two shitters go, the two of you especially, I'm gonna send word to Crow's Paints. Oh god, now he's catching up. What the fuck is happening?
I'm speed
And now you're
running
back
through
to
this.
slow-mo. Dude, your video went like double speed to catch up to right now. I looked over and I just see like, fucking, what the fuck is happening?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm apparently possessed by the internet demons right now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
exorcised the demons.
I'm so happy I have the stream up on my on my
Bro, I think your machine
my
spirit
phone
needs
'cause it's
exercising.
hilarious.
Seriously.
Kind of called it
light some
exterminatus on my
incense,
computer.
Go light some incense, go pour some holy oil on it and say some prayers and cram a demon in it.
Gonna have to go talk to the Adeptus Mechanicus about this.
Get the
Oh my
AdMech.
god.
Call your local tech priest. Oh, okay.
Oh,
The
dear
two
God.
of you are gonna go to Crow's Paints and Home Goods. I'm going to send word to Mr. Crow. Right? Was that his name? I don't remember his fucking
Yes,
name.
his name is Mr. Crow. He is a Kanku,
God.
which are raven people.
Yes. Yes. I was like, please tell me I'm not fucking this up. I'm going to send word. The two of you are going to work his shop front for a week. Because we've already cleaned up the mess. But you owe that man an apology. And you're going to do so by working for him for a week. Got it?
That's honestly better than I thought that you would agree to do to us. So, yes. And
Oh
I
no, the
will-
fist might come with their. The fist might come with their own requests as well, because I'm going to be filling them in on everything the three of you shitters have done.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fuck around and find out, kid.
Yeah, he's upset. But this is still better than he thought you were going to do to him. He was quite certain that you were going to knock them unconscious and he'd wake up in the stocks. So he's not too upset about it. Oh god, my headphones. Hang on.
Okay. Now, Stu, shut off your
There we
camera,
go.
turn it back on, see if that fixes things. I'm going to grab a drink. I'll be right back.
He's over here doing this.
Oh my gosh.
While he resets things. To Raven Guard now, or...
Oh wait, no, I want to
My audio.
Tell you
keeps
guys what-
going. What the shit?
Am I back all right?
Uh,
Hello?
Slower, but you're there.
I can vaguely hear you speaking across the house, but I can't hear what you're saying through my headphones.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Razor, if you're watching our streams because we use your stuff, can you email me? It's in the link in the bio. Tell me how to fix it. Okay, I have you back.
Awesome.
Okay. I was gonna say before we leave, I want to let the guys know what Travis told me about like the funeral and Silvershield wanting to like take
Boy.
power with some new dude named Gortash.
Wonder who that is.
I don't know. I think he kind of sounds like Jason Isaacs. And to see Mr. Malfoy? What?
With that, as you let Gavin go for now and they head towards Crow's Paints, he gives you a good ol' "My father will hear about this."
And I'm going to use my aggressive action and just move up to him. I'm not going to grab him or anything, but I'm just like, I'm sorry, what?
He's just, "I'm gonna tell my dad about this. Thanks for not killing me."
Your dad will be hearing about it. Probably from Duke Ravengard. Have fun with that kid. I'm just gonna pat him on, like, aggressively pat him on the back. Just like...
It kind of knocks him over. Like, he stumbles, and they both, skedaddle back towards Crow's Paints, you assume.
And stay away from Silvershield.
Not a problem there, bud! I don't know why I had to make him Canadian, but...
Oh, you know.
Alright, bud.
I'm sorry.
My
that
dad will
would
be
be a
hearing
sorry?
about this, eh?
Sorry.
Okay.
Got stopped by a couple hosers.
What I was saying is, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. To Ravengard's then, or was there somewhere else we needed to go first?
I'll gather the rest of the pieces from Emre.
You take him.
Please.
And I tie the bag with my satchel and put it in my pack. That way they're. And then yeah, we will head on to Mr. Ravengard.
Yeah, he needs to know about this Silvershield Gortash thing.
Awesome. And we will say goodnight to Megan, because she's got an early morning. I'm gonna turn my air conditioning down. And when she dips, I will probably have to rearrange you two, because I think Stu will then become Megan in box order.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to reorganize the peanut gallery here.
Put my dice away and stuff. Okay.
Alright.
Thanks. That was fun.
Yeah!
Alright. Enjoy the rest of the stream, everyone, and all the fun. I don't know what's going on after I leave, but bye.
Night! I'll see you next week.
Good night.
Hi, baby. Hi. Come here.
Oh no, Vincent is both Vincent and Megan. Oh my god, hang on. Let's see here. There we go. And then
Kitty.
drag that. Sorry, y'all. Things are gonna get real weird for a second. No, I don't need them bigger. I just need... Here we go. Oh, I lost my audio again. Whoop-de freaking do. Oh boy. I'm very zoomed in on Vincent, and I don't know why. Okay. That should do it.
Looks good on this end.
Yeah, I'm a little zoomed in on Stu, but
He'll be fine.
it kind of works. It's kind of funny. It's a vibe.
You know me, I like to vibe.
And then we're just going to copy. And we're going to duplicate. 2 sickies. Okay. Alright, so you're headed to Ravengard then, it sounded like?
That is the plan.
I mean, I guess that's the bar where we should be going next, right?
Yes.
Then, yeah.
Okay. We'll say you guys have a fairly easy time getting to Ravengard, because he probably actually beat you back over here. He didn't have to take the detours that you did. So it's like less than a 5-minute walk if you guys want to take them straight to his office. Oh.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
On your way there, as you get to like the kind of heart of Worms Crossing, which is this big building that I described that's built over the actual crossing, where the Flaming Fist headquarters is, you get to the guards, and a very surly dwarf, you recognize him as Shortcloak, is who you met him as. His first name's actually Lotgear. Is like, oh, look at that! Heroes of the Order of the Keep Ravensguard's pets bringing in more projects? Well, I hope you don't expect me to do your work. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys created this mess in the first place. I don't know why he has you guys doing his dirty work like you guys are any better than us. What, you get the best assignments and you didn't even have to train?
I look
Yeah.
at Driss as he lets out a sigh. I let out a sigh, and I just shake my head. We don't have time for this.
And he just kind
I
of,
don't even want to take the
whatever.
fight. Real quick though,
Yeah.
did we return the fucking shield?
No, I don't believe you did.
We still have it in hiding.
Yeah, it's under your bed, I think.
I'll have to circle back to that.
Put a pin in that.
Yeah, we're gonna put a pin in that one. We're gonna come back to that.
Well, you know, you could always return it at the funeral.
Fitting time for it.
But yeah.
I just give the
Yeah.
dwarf a side eye as I just continue walking towards Silvershield's Ravengard's office.
Okay. As you guys are walking in, the usual cadre of people are there. Personal guards, armors, there. Everyone kind of like just gives you a nod. Ravengard is actually in the downstairs hall, still milling about and speaking to people. As you enter, he turns around and goes, "Have you made that short work of it already?"
We need to have a discussion somewhere quiet and in private.
Oh boy. My office? Or is this
Your office.
over a strong drink kind of a conversation?
Your office.
Your office.
Actually,
Well,
Actually-
does your office have drinks?
or would you mind accompanying us to the keep?
I have no issue coming to the keep.
That's a
There's
good
lot of
idea.
Delightful. There's some of the best merchants in the city. Well, in any city, if I'm being honest, in every city. So of course, yeah, I would be delighted to share your base of operations with you. I think that would be quite enjoyable.
Okay, well then, we don't have
Do you mind
much
if I bring
time.
Will?
Not at all. I'm sure he'll love the place, and Laura will absolutely take kindly to him. Little scamp.
He goes and gathers his son. He's kind of like, no, get your things. No, Will, I don't think you need a coat. Yes, you do look dapper in a coat. If you want to wear the coat, just wear the coat. Okay, come on.
I'm not sure if I picture Will with like a little wooden toy sword or like some like wooden like beholder toy.
Yes, to both.
As he is right now, he is a dapper little man in kind of a double-breasted buttoned coat in little flaming fist colors. He carries kind of a crossbody bag, out of which you can see the head and arms of a small stuffed corduroy owlbear. And on his back, a little bow staff.
Aww.
Fairly finely decorated and well-loved looking.
Well, don't you
And
look
he's got his hair
like you're
in
set up?
tight little twists that just kind of come down to the base of his little neck. He's just a dapper little man.
Like, don't you look like you're out for an adventure, little guy?
He looks at you and he goes, I am always out for adventure.
I like to hear that. Well, shall we
You'll find
continue on our adventure to the keep?
I get to go to the keep.
Yes, you get to go to the
Absolutely.
keep.
He's stoked. And he like scampers up Raven Guard like a backpack.
Aww.
He's like, I'm ready.
All right, well, let's
Then let's go.
make our way. There's no time to waste.
You guys have a fairly quick time of getting back to the keep. Between you guys and Raven Guard, all lifelong Baldurians, like you're cutting through side streets, back alleys, this stupid little network of stairs that takes you like between somehow the same and different levels of the city. None of you are sure why it's there. It's just kind of always been there, and it's a little bit easier to go up one set of stairs, across, down the other set of stairs, and then up one more set of stairs. Though you're not quite sure why somebody didn't just build one fucking set of stairs. And yeah, you're back at the keep in short order. And as you open the front door, Will does not climb down Raven Guard. He just kind of lets go and is immediately just like off and running. And Raven Guard just goes, Will, and Dark Glass just goes, I got him. You're good. We've got him. He's fine. He can run around all he wants. Just be careful with the fire. And he zip, 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 zip. But he's clearly
All right,
handling him fairly
to
well.
our booth to our booth, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely. While you two get situated, though, I am going to be right back, and I'm going to dart up to my room.
I will fill him. I'll start filling him in then.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And he goes,
we've discovered quite.
hold that thought. Alara, before whatever this is, I'm gonna need a round of whatever that magical ale that you bring down from Waterdeep is. Unless you have that one from Neverwinter? And she goes, you know I always have that. We have doors in Neverwinter. It'll be right out.
As I'm darting up the stairs, just don't give any to Doc! And just...
Didn't plan on it!
Well, gee, thanks. I guess I'll just fuck
Water.
right the fuck off.
No, Dark Glass
guess I'll
comes
have to
over
walk
with
her.
a Neverwinter ale for Raven Guard and a fairly large tankard. And for you, a lightly alcoholic iced tea.
Oh, good, good. My favorite.
Seems to have some of
a bal-
Aurora's boozy honey in it.
Oh, good. A Balder Palmer. Um, my favorite.
Arnold Balder. It's right there.
That is so much better.
Uh, anyway, well, yes. I pull out Travis's notebook, and I don't think my own words can describe it enough. So I'm going to. This is evidence that we've collected, and as you can see, I open up the bag and show him the hands of the ranger.
And he just...
But
hands
here,
them back to you.
just so that we're on the same page, I transcribed notes, and this is the actual notebook from the people that we took it from. There's quite the conspiracy here, and I think you'd be better off to read it yourself to understand the gravity of the situation that we're going to be in. And I hand him over the notebook.
He takes a moment and he goes through the little kind of field note style book as he's taking everything in, not betraying any of what should be very obvious concern on his face. And he is thoroughly reading. He's not just scanning. He is invested in this. And as he gets to the end, he flips over the notebook and goes, Travis Durenbold, I can always trust you to be a good student. May I keep this, or do you require it?
I already have a copy of the notes, as it will further aid us in our furthering finding the hands.
Yes, wonderful. This has the names of his teenage co-conspirators, and I would like to take this to their parents.
Well, we have already, the other two that were involved, they have begrudgingly been offered to help the, who was the Kenku merchant's name again?
Mr. Crow.
Mr. Crow.
Mr. Crow, for the next week as a summary punishment, but we did tell them that there would be more coming.
Yes, though I think in some situations, inaction is the best action. I will talk to their parents, who I'm sure will have their own punishment. Otherwise, I think we can let them fester under the careful watch of a detachment of Fist at Mr. Crow's for a week or so.
I take a sip of my my drink. This is delightful. Why haven't I gotten this more?
And Laura just goes, "'Cause you're too busy drinking me out of house and home, Doc."
Oh, these are quite delightful. I will take more of these.
But yeah, he gets through reading the notebook and he tucks it in his pocket and kind of sits for a minute. He goes, I've had my concerns about SIlvershield, but they are, I believe, reasonably more than I should have ever had any right to suspect. I was worried about his aims at Abdel, and unfortunately for me, it seems I do have to worry about what his motivations be when it comes to myself and the Fist and this great city. after Abdel's service today, Parliament appears will be meeting to discuss the formal nomination for Grand Duke. And if the myriad of evidence you've all supplied me is to be trusted, and I believe it is, neither of you have ever given me reason not to trust the things that you bring me. And Doc, your father has gotten me out of more bind than one. He's gotten this city out of more bind than one. I think I will be very fortunate to have allies such as you at my side. Because the only way we repair this city is together. And he kind of double hands his tankard and takes a slow sip. He goes, this Enver Gortash, he's son of cobblers. And while I have my concerns, I hadn't thought much of it. Many people, myself included, have become so much more than we ever thought we could from nothing. And what right would I, the son of a blacksmith, have to question the son of a cobbler? I believe that any noble man or woman should have the right to serve the legacy of Balderand and of Baldur's Gate. But if he's in league with Silvershield, this may be worth looking into. But for now, I think it is best if I make a policy of keeping you and the Order nearby.
Anything for the city. I think Pops would want that. Now, I do believe my friend, he should be back down with something else that you would be of great interest in. So, Dritz, where are you, buddy?
As you're saying that, you hear me coming down the stairs.
The stairs, by the way, are directly over your heads. This alcove is under a set of spiral stairs. So literally, like you hear.
And come around, sit down, and so biggest reason why I actually wanted you to come here rather than talking at Worm's Crossing is I got something here. Don't worry, I kept it in a safe place.
Dust cloud. If you pull a beast head out of that bag.
No, nothing that grotesque.
Sir, I think you'd actually probably prefer if I pulled a beast head out of the bag right now with what I'm about to give you.
Oh, the Duskshield family. What ruin have you brought me now?
And from underneath my cloak, I'm going to slip the shield back out and lay it in front of him.
Oh, what ruin have you wrought me? Where did you find this?
Well, funny story.
You're not going to like it. So...
Define funny.
Well, funny as in funny haha, rather than funny uh-oh.
Continue.
May or may not have been in the Harbor Master's office.
Oh, that is concerning.
Uh-huh. And along with... Now, I didn't take the ledgers, because... Well, I didn't want to be caught with those. However, the ledgers themselves have been heavily doctored and horribly done so, might add. Like, it was pretty painfully obvious that they've been manipulated and someone's been cooking the books on the back end. Between two sets of handwriting was almost certainly the harbor masters, and then from our bit of a falling out we had with Silvershield, as it turns out. I can't remember the other guy's name. It's the dude Silvershield threw under the bus.
Oh, the exchequer, Favel Blanth.
Thank you. So yeah, the harbor master and Favel Blanth have been stealing from the coin purse and using it to enrich themselves and further themselves. And among other things. On top of that, they definitely have been doing everything they can to overcharge everyone possible to line their own pockets. Don't ask me how I got all this information, because you're not going to like that answer either, sir.
I have my suspicions, but I'll spare you of regaling me with the tale of why I have a detachment of Fist at the Harbor Master's office.
Plausible deniability.
No one saw me.
Julius, it's not plausible deniability if you hint or say the word wink.
Look, I was given reliable information. I acted on it.
Okay.
Sometimes when we...
At a
sometimes
minimum.
you need someone like me who's willing to go to extra legal measures
Very extra legal.
to figure out when someone is, well, robbing the people blind.
For my own sanity. No. You're right. You're right. Not for my own sanity. I will not be as blind as Abdel was. Sometimes, in the course of justice, the most righteous thing one can do is to ignore the rules. Because the rules only apply as long as a society is willing to follow them. However you came about this, thank you. Favel Blanth is another no one that suddenly came to power, and I am beginning to become concerned that I am not the rule but the exception. These are concerning times, and I am grateful beyond measure to have this piece of Abdel back. It
Especially
means
with given
so
the day.
much more, especially today, than I could possibly express. You've kept this city safe. Seemingly, I am going to guess at the lack of presence of Zipporah at your own expense.
Well, fortunately not to an awful degree.
Good. Thank you for this. I am going to compile a list of what we have. And let me see if we can figure out what it means before it's too late. Is there anything else you haven't had the time or you didn't feel it was necessary to tell me that may be of help now. I don't care what it is, and I'll be frank with you because we are no longer in my headquarters. Doc, I know you do work for the guild. I do not care. When I talk about cleansing the rot, I do not mean people like you. So long as you are not supplying a steady flow of weapons that are killing my citizens, you are doing what merchants do. You are running a business, and as far as I am concerned, you are doing it fairly respectfully. Is there anything else I need to know?
So before I go on in character, I want to make it clear that I'm not trying to. I want to hide the fact that I'm playing with the guild too.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to, like, I'm gonna try to navigate this so in a manner that, like, I'm communicating that I'm not. I don't want him to know that I'm playing both sides, but I want him to know that they're also not each other's enemy. So, you'll have to give me that bit to work through that so I can. As you know, in my my years helping the city root out actual monsters, hags, kobolds, the occasional spectator, things of that nature, I have had to work alongside many people here. The Fist, the Watch. Won't say work for the Zentarum because they're... Oh, don't start on them. But I've had the opportunity to work alongside many a member of the guild. And while I don't work for them and don't serve their interests, and while their organization has some problems, you and the guild are much more aligned in your goals than you realize. You both care about the people of this city, care about people, keeping people safe, protecting people, and helping people. Now, like I said, the guild does have some people in it that are problems. But through the friends and acquaintances I've made, everything going on right now, the two of you are much more aligned than you realize. Your focus should not be on them. And from everything I've again heard, they're doing what they can to handle their own problems internally. Let them handle that. Their
After
biggest
what I
problem
read
is
in that
hiding people.
notebook, I'm inclined to agree with you.
That's what I was going to say, is people like Silvershield are the real problem. Because they're only looking to enrich themselves. So, yeah. As for other information, we might be on Silvershield's bad side now too.
Oh yeah, that.
Well, at least that makes 5 of us, doesn't it?
Well, not that I have any doubt in your abilities or skills. 4 of us were about this close to hanging him from outside a window, though.
Got real dicey. Real dicey.
Be
I don't know if
lying
you've
I
had
said
that.
I hadn't thought about it.
Well, you know,
And I would not have blamed you one bit.
Yes, well, I may be strong, but I am on my own. Maybe not the best choice of formidable foe to be going up against his slippery, slimy, scaly, wizardly assistant.
Yeah.
I might be Flaming Fist,
Well,
but Fireball and I do not get along very well.
To be fair, about that, I don't think we'll be doing any castings anytime soon.
Yeah.
At least not until he makes a new spell book.
There was may have been a slight, burninating of his book. Eh.
No, we still have it.
Oh, sorry.
Remember,
I thought.
Zipporah still has that.
Yeah, we may have come into possession of his, spell book, and he no longer has his spell book.
Then it sounds like now is the time to strike while the iron is hot. So
I
Not
agree.
wrong, actually.
But I should
at
probably
Abdel's
mend these
funeral
hands.
today, I will announce my official candidacy for Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate. Let us keep cleaning up the problems that we have, solve as many as we can until it is obvious that Sylvershield and his patriarch lackeys are in fact the problem. One big issue people are willing to overlook. However, many small things adding up in addition to what you have already proven may be the thing we need to fix this for good.
Might I make a suggestion as well? I will say I think your candidacy for Grand Duke would be well supported among the people. Maybe not the patriarchs, but every working class folk or every person who's had to pick themselves out from the muck, they will.
I hope so. I hope you're right. I hope I have served my city so well as to deserve such an honor.
You might want to consider in an ideal world, I would tell you to formalize and legitimize the guild. But maybe
It would he definitely Silvershield would not see that coming.
maybe at the least you can approach them
I have
with
no audio. Give me a sec.
oh shit.
You're gonna have to repeat that again. I heard formalize and legitimize the guild, and then it went.
Oh, okay. I was saying
Yeah.
formalize. You might not be able to formalize and legitimize the guild now. Although in an ideal world, that would be the best case scenario. And Silvershield definitely wouldn't see that coming.
Yes, it would most likely
But-
catch him off guard and flat-footed.
But at the very least, aligning yourself with the guild and reaching out and giving a reaching out with what's the phrase I'm looking for? Oh my god, what is the phrase I'm looking for?
An olive branch.
Yeah. Reaching out to them with an olive branch. And in cooperation and collaboration. Because of how they've had to operate, you understand that legitimizing them and formalizing them immediately might not be very feasible, but Maybe if you can uplift them to something like the Harpers.
The Harpers do have their
Is-
issues, and while people do not agree with everything they do,
They
it's
are
a
respected.
fair point.
And there was a time where they were viewed in a very, very similar light.
This may yet work. I don't know that it's possible for me to get through to someone who is as much of a specter as Nine Fingers. But if there were
Which is fair.
a way, ideally, I would love to see the outer city accepted as a part of the city. They are not a part of Baldur's Gate. Would be, I think, a big step. And it would certainly be a show of force against the nobility of the upper city. And give us a unified front.
Now, I don't have any direct connection, but I've made acquaintances, have friends. I can try to pull some strings. Can't promise anything that I can do, because, well, I don't work for them either. But I can get people to send word.
Maybe we can be the intermediary that you need to make this happen.
If that is within your purview, and only if it would not be at your own expense, then and only then would I ask of you if you would be willing, if you would trust me enough, if you have faith enough in me and in this city to do that.
I don't think we'd be having this conversation if we didn't.
On the note of such, Doc, your father was working on something important. A bit of a personal project for Adrian, if you would. Your father, before he passed, was searching for a way to navigate transdimensionally. When Balderan wrecked at sea, now it is said that he came back, but that is only myth as far as I am concerned. He was in search of an artifact, one that could protect not just our great city, but our world. Allegedly, anyway. However, many people are looking for this. Your father was one of them. I cannot help but think in the back of my mind, when this battle is over, what is next? And I would be remiss if I did not ask you to simply go through his notes for me, see what you can find. On his travel, I know that many people in this tavern have lost friends in that search. Whether lost in the unlocatable sense or lost forever sense. It would mean a great deal to me if we could try to prevent future battles such as this.
Well, considering the things that I've discovered about Dad in the last couple days, And I think I could do that.
Father was a good man, and so are you. Thank you.
Anything for the city.
Now, I understand that I've asked much of you, and for so little in return. You have a roof over your heads. You have wonderful people to look after and take care of you. You have been provided with coin. Oh, I almost forgot. He reaches down to a belt pouch and goes, I believe this is from the Master of Cobbles, and I quote, should they apprehend the menaces that stole the hands. So, and he slides a rather hefty bag across to you. But that is from the Master of Cobbles. What can I provide for you? What may I do in return for all that you have sacrificed for us, for the limbs that you have gone out on our behalf, on my behalf? Drizzt, this was once your home, was it not?
You are correct.
What can I do to give you some sense of peace, some bit of that back, to make sure you are prepared for whatever lies ahead? All of you.
The only thing that I can think would be not anything of intrinsic value or monetary value. Not even a favor, necessarily speaking.
Name it.
Your trust and faith in us. That if we tell you, if we come to you.
Okay, you're back.
Yeah. Awesome. What was the last thing you caught?
Trust and faith in us.
Okay. Your trust and faith in us. That if we come to you and tell you about some issue or some course of action you might have been taking might need to be corrected, something along those lines. If we say, hey, sir, this is happening here, this person is doing this, or if something you're doing is not advisable, to have our trust and faith in us. Does that make sense?
Completely. You have my word. But not my ears, my
Perfect.
damn audio. Okay, you're back.
Perfect. Both.
I will say,
yeah,
if no one has apprised you of this information, are you aware of Sorceress Sundries?
very.
Thought you might be.
And right next to shop. Had to frequent often for, well, monster hunting supplies, Devil's Fee.
He goes, he grabs a piece of paper out of the notebook that hasn't been scribbled on. He writes something down, and he hands it to you, and he goes, take this to the aspect of Leroican. that runs the counter. Tell him you need access to your library. Not his, yours. He will know what you mean. Ooh, I froze.
Yeah, you did. I was like,
Hang on. Wait, it's probably my camera. Let me deactivate and reactivate, but I can still hear you.
Awesome. There they are.
Hey.
What was I saying? With
Say that again.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I can absolutely do that with all when should I? Today?
Whenever you please.
It seemed like the funeral might be more important, but
I would say so, yes.
okay.
Information may be priceless, but your lack of presence at the funeral would be poorly received, I think, by the people of the gate. And frankly, by me. I will not make it through this without a fair bit of emotional handholding. Abdel was not just my superior. He was my oldest, most trusted friend, and the only father I've had in many years.
Well, we will for sure be there.
Yeah. Even if I wasn't embroiled in as much as I am now. Is Abdel Adrian.
Well,
I wouldn't miss his
I
funeral
have,
for the world.
I've been sitting here far too long. I assume I have dress vestments I must be getting on. I don't know if that actually exists. I'm going to be very, very honest with you. I don't know how any of this role works. I have been, as you say, winging it up to this point, just doing what I felt was right or what I thought that Abdel would do. And it is going to take a act of God to get that one into anything resembling polite society. So, I'm gonna ask Alara to bribe him with some fresh-baked cinnamon bread.
It is good bread.
And I suppose we get ready for a funeral. And
Yeah.
the future. We'll see you shortly. And thank you for your candor. Always. And for everything you all do. Oh, and please, I will send a healer over for Zipporah. I think I might be thrown in the stocks if she were not at this service.
Thank you. That would be most appreciated.
Of course. Anything I can do, my friends. And with that, he gets up. He goes and he collects his bag of cinnamon bread. He throws the shield over his shoulder, tosses his cloak over it. He's got a big old, like, billowing red and blue cloak. He just kind of tosses it over it as if it ain't no thing. Gathers up Will on one hip because he can no longer climb up his back. And, exhumed. And with that, I think we'll call it a night.
We survived.
You did survive. There we go. I had to
Minus the
mute that.
glitches and all.
Minus the glitches and all. Good grief. This has been absolutely nutty. But we'll pick it back up next week with the funeral. You guys can get the ranger put back together. It's going to be a good time. Or potentially a horrifying time. We're going to see how this goes. But yeah. Thank you guys for hanging tough in there. I am glad that Megan could make it for as long as she did. Lauren, I saw that you are watching in the comment section. I hope you feel better. And we will see you all next week for another episode of A History of the Forgotten Realms. Wave bye, guys!